Please, no more. I'll be good. I'll do what you want. I'll eat them. She looks at the bag, popping one into her mouth, her eyes half-lidded as she chews. She takes another hoofful of marshmallows into her mouth, lowering her nose, posterior still up in the air invitingly. I know it's unladylike to eat from the bag, but I just... like breathing anymore.
Then like stop it! Stop breathing.
I don't feel like getting up to go to the bathroom anymore.
I didn't feel like that.
I'm just gonna go right here. Jeez. I don't feel like putting food in my food hole anymore.
This is a great intro. Welcome to the Electric Brony, the My Little Pony podcast. I'm in Death Mech, Mr. Festival of Frowns over here is Bad Credit Dan.
Festival of Frowns?
Yeah.
Well, at least I'm not a windmill of dicks.
That's Bad Credit Dan. This is a porn guy.
Yo, what's up?
You can't say something funny?
Oh, okay. Fuck you.
That's it?
That's not very humorous anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe if it was
something abusive towards
1834.
women and or minorities.
Yeah.
Or minority women who are disabled.
Wait, wouldn't that make them more of a
say
minority?
Earth ponies, unicorns, or dirt walkers.
You kind of understand how humor works.
I do understand how humor works.
You're so quiet. What are you watching?
I was looking up Ne'er-Do-Well, see if somebody had done
I'm
something
off the
new.
spotlight.
Oh, that's funny.
I was looking up, since a new episode of Ne'er-Do-Well, I was going to see what the fans have made for Ne'er-Do-Well.
They made a Batman poster.
Dude, the Batman posters were in this show. What happened? I don't know.
Oh, she saved the baby pony, picked it up. It was a Generation 3.5.
Oh, God.
And she's just staring at it while blood's raining down in the background, and she just throws it off the cliff.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Anyway, who the fuck are you? You're Apathy Pony. Mr. I'm lonely, please send me emails.
I'm lonely, please send me emails.
If you could mail him a hand job, that would be excellent.
Just buy him a fleshlight.
Wait.
Hey, we should. I wonder if we could actually get that.
You have something against? Oh well, Kevin Smith apparently likes them, and they sent him a box of them.
He has a smoking hot ginger wife. What the fuck does he need a fleshlight for?
Dude, he apparently needs 2 of them and the wife.
Yeah, because he wore one out.
Yeah.
It started breaking apart. His fucking face.
You're like, what?
Well, I know you can hook them up to drills. Or
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. I've seen they've done that on the Howard Stern show.
What happens when you hook up a flashlight to a drill and a dildo to a drill? Do they enjoy it?
Who fucking knows?
Okay, this one guy wants us to make fun of Asian people.
Small penises. Ha.
Ha ha ha.
Although there's a couple of Asian dudes in porn now. They got Big Johnsons. So
well,
what are they implants?
No, I don't know.
See, people also
But I do know that white people, our day is over.
Well,
because it's like, we're Johnny and medium dick, but it's like, and we're not good at math, or, it's like, oh, they're good at math, and now they have big dicks?
Wait.
We're in trouble.
They always had some big dicks, just like they always had some big tits.
Sounds like
the variance is large.
Some big tits.
Some big tits?
Yeah.
It's not like they never had big dicks.
How would you know?
It's statistically improbable.
So, you really wanted to talk about that one pony that was like...
Because she was the funniest pony in the episode.
You're talking about the unicorn who was trying to open up the jar of peanut butter.
Does anybody know her name? Does she have a name?
Actually, I don't know.
Because I just call her Reasonable Mom Pony.
Yeah, she's like... She
was just a reasonable mom.
Yeah, it was. I was
That's-
actually really...
Whose mom was she?
I was actually pretty...
Uh,
I'm not laughing right now, but I'm actually laughing a lot thinking about
No, it was pretty good.
just how...
She just shut Rainbow Dash the fuck down.
Yeah.
Awesome.
She's a recolor of Colgate's.
Yeah, she had a small pony with her. They were making peanut butter sandwiches for a picnic.
Yeah.
It was kind of neat to see regular ponies finally doing something.
Not a, I don't know.
Aren't they always,
flower type?
aren't they always doing stuff in the
Same-
background?
No, but I mean, I hadn't seen, like... These are two characters that I don't think I've ever seen before, and they're just kind of living.
What about the fact that they have a hydroelectric dam?
That was kind of cool.
That was pretty awesome.
And then I'm like, what does all the electricity go to?
The magic.
They're Sibians.
The sheep.
Well, and then we had...
Yeah, they're tasers to oppress the sheep.
Okay, no,
Just
that's not really what I'm wondering. It's like, okay, they have hydroelectric dams and they have skyscrapers. Skyscrapers, they use wooden scaffolding.
Oh,
Or
they also
wooden
used wood for
structures.
the crane, but I assumed it was magically enhanced.
Probably. It would have to be, because wood... You can't really go that
No,
high
but it was
with
funny
wood.
because the hook on the crane and the pulleys metal.
That's true. but no, but actually, like old trucks, old semi-trucks, they'd be metal frames and all that, but like the paneling and everything will all be wood.
But this
in
was
cab.
the opposite. It was wood frame, metal bits.
Okay, yeah, that is kind of weird.
That's like a wooden truck with a metal frame.
But see,
no,
probably
it's like
because
a wooden
they were,
frame truck with a metal back.
but see, they were building a skyscraper
Well,
out
they
of
can't,
wood.
They can't build the
With
engine
wooden
out of
beams.
wood, or when they start it up, the engine would start on fire.
Magic.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a Spelljammer fan, so I can't say anything. I
Yeah.
like flying pirate ships.
There's
in
a
space.
beholder in the trunk that
Wait,
powers
was
eye
it
lasers.
steel or wood? I'm looking at the live stream. They're saying it's steel.
No,
It was totally wood.
and I killed it.
Yeah, the battery dead.
Yes, it told me it was going
Did
to
you?
die.
Oh, and then you just let it?
Yeah.
Is that bad?
No, but it's kind of sad for the pixie fairies that live in the computer.
Yeah, it's kind of sad for the little Vietnamese people in there.
There
There you go. There's your Asian joke. Watch it. Peter,
Listen, I have a Vietnamese friend, and they may be shorter, but they are not the size of Oompa Loompas, sir.
I have Laotian friends.
I have
Which
Laotian
ocean?
friends as well.
Yeah. Huh?
Which ocean?
Yeah. But no. Fucking. No, what I wanted to get on was like the whole. Where the fuck is QA and OSHA in the Equestria?
Yeah.
Where's OSHA
I actually
in
brought
the
that up.
future of Star Trek?
Yeah, that's true.
That's the
but no,
big
like
question.
QA, like. Okay. I mean, dams leak. They do. The
Yeah.
Hoover Dam is a
No,
leaky son
but
of a
see,
bitch.
when she plugged that leak, that's even more problematic.
Yeah.
Because if she had just left it the fuck alone, it would have been fine.
Yeah, it could have been properly repaired.
It's not like a dike.
Yeah.
Haven't
Oh,
you ever
funny
heard
enough,
the
I was
story
on
of
the.
Yeah.
Jesus
I even made that
Christ.
joke when I was watching the episode. I
Dude,
was like,
everybody
they need a little
fucking
blue
looked
Dutch
at
boy.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I thought
But no, actually, on
But
Reddit.
everybody, why
Oh!
did everybody look at me when I said dike?
that's why I'm trying to date
I
lesbians.
wasn't really paying attention at first, and I heard
Oh,
dyke.
God.
I'm like, wait, what?
No, but there was
I
a.
just figured out. That's why I've been trying to date a lesbian.
'Cause you wanna be
I'm
the
half,
Dutch
I'm
boy?
half Dutch,
Yeah.
so I'm trying to put my finger in a dike.
To stop it from leaking.
I won't put more of my finger in it. That's for goddamn.
No, actually,
Oh!
on the Reddit's on the Cop subreddit,
Yeah.
there's actually a thread in there saying apparently too hot for the main sub. A screenshot of Rainbow Dash with her hoof in a dike, and it's a picture of Rainbow Dash with
Yeah,
the
yeah,
hoof
yeah.
in the dam.
Oh, our buddy Ryan our Korean friend, who's been on the show before.
Yeah, once before.
He's out in Portland. Me and him were discussing a new episode, and he pointed out that, because we're both huge comic book fans, he's like, oh, Rainbow Dash is Superman. I'm like, yeah, I kind of got that vibe, too.
It was
Ne'er-do-well is Batman.
Rainbow Dash is Superman, and then Ne'er-do-well is
But
Batman.
hang on, he pointed out something else I totally didn't even notice. Spike is running around, like, as the press. Spike was Jimmy Olsen.
Exactly.
I totally didn't even catch
I
that.
thought
That's
it was
actually
pretty
really
funny.
cool.
I thought it was pretty funny that it's like, he's a ghostwriter. Spike's a ghost.
But
That joke Pinkie Pie makes.
in Rainbow Dash was also sort of like the modern Superman, where she's a real arrogant cunt.
The problem is that I saw way too much Spider-Man 3 in that, and I was like, oh shit, where's the dance sequence?
Yeah. But no, wouldn't you say that this episode really took Rainbow Dash down?
We'll have to see if it sticks.
Well, now, to be fair, it took an entire team to do what she can do. So it's like, yeah, it is. It's like Superman in the Justice League. It's like, you got the Flash. Oh, he's super fast. I'm super fast. Oh, you got Martian Manhunter who's got eye lasers. I got eye lasers. Oh, you got Aquaman. Oh, he's super strong. Well, guess what? I'm super strong. It's like, really, it takes an entire team of you guys to do what I can do.
Well, actually, each one of them they each bested her personally, though.
Did they?
Yes, they did. They each bested her once.
But, well, that's the whole thing where they may be a specialist.
The
but
only
she's-
thing that didn't best her was
She's a better-
Fluttershy, because that just freaked Rainbow Dash the fuck out.
What, that she had...
Oh god, now she flies. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the only thing, because it was obviously Applejack to stop the cart. It was obviously Pinkie Pie to avoid the danger. It was obvious the purple magic, and it was obvious that Rainbow Dash couldn't sew a costume for her life. Because her seams were awful in the Halloween episode.
Her what now? I didn't even notice this.
Seams?
She sewed her own
You could
costume.
see the stitching. It was bad stitching.
So her costume actually looked shoddier than the others.
Did you not see the Halloween episode?
I guess I wasn't paying attention to...
Yeah, Rainbow
Yeah.
Dash was dressed
Yeah.
up as a Shadow Bolt.
It was awesome that she made a Shadow Bolt costume,
Oh.
but
Yeah.
her stitching
Totally
was
didn't
bad.
even notice that
Her
either.
stitching,
Yeah.
her stitching was pretty poor.
Oh, you know why? Because when we were watching that episode, I was stuffing my face with delicious Long John Silvers,
Oh.
and it was a hot teenage blonde on the couch being an attention whore. So between the wonderful, delicious fried food and Mountain Dew and the JB all like, oh, pay attention to me, it was hard for me to focus on Nightmare
Wait,
Night.
what blonde was this?
Oh, what's her name? The one that is dating the other one's ex, or one of them stole their one's boyfriend, but now they're friends. Whatever. Fuck, who cares?
That sounds
Fuck
like
them.
it's complicated.
I just started thinking of like a shitty Viagra commercial. Because he's so old.
What? Wait a minute, how old are you?
I'm only 29.
Oh, yeah, I'm so much older than you.
How old are you?
What an
29?
asshole.
How old are you?
Brazilian men don't discuss their age. We're like American women.
You are not Brazilian. You're Dutch.
No, but it's a great idea.
Yeah, but you're white, bro.
Are you old? Are you old and think I'm hot? Take
What do
pills
you
or
do?
call this number or both. Money or tits, USA.
My wiener works just fine. As a matter of fact,
That's just how I see a Viagra commercial going.
As a matter of fact, can I make a suggestion? If you ever suffer from high blood pressure, like I've had to deal with recently, if you have a bout of high blood pressure, that is the time to measure your penis. Let me tell you, you will get numbers like you were a teenager again,
thought we were supposed to be
because
talking
your
about-
vascular system's ready to explode.
And this is the half where we're talking about the
Yeah.
episode.
This is how we're number 2.
What? How are we number 2?
Because we're pro.
Because we apparently talk about dicks.
Yeah,
What do you mean number 2?
number 2.
In the podcast, he talks about this later, that we're number 2 of 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Podcast about
Podcast.
ponies.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'll hear that later.
So we're number 2 in a running of 4 worldwide.
As far as I know.
Okay, who's beating us?
Brony
The
show.
Bronyville podcast.
And I assume they're all clean cut and
They're
only.
They're all
Probably.
clean cut. They're like, yeah, the unofficial official.
See, the fact that we, an R-rated podcast, can
No, we're more
get
like NC-17.
an
Our-
NC-17 podcast can actually compete with a family-friendly show.
No, Livestream rated us, and they rated us as NC-17.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind
Wow.
of cool.
Yeah.
Did they look at all the pictures that we've been showing?
No, they just...
Livestream's like, yep.
Well, it's like on the He-Man.org forums
Well, because we talk about sexuality, everybody's sexuality.
and
Yeah.
politics.
Yeah.
And we make dick and fart jokes.
But women's sexuality hits NC-17 for movies real fast.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. You show a woman enjoying oral sex and NC-17. Bam.
You can't show a woman enjoying somebody going down on her
Nope.
on an R-rated movie.
Nope.
Really?
Yep.
Yep.
Seriously?
Take a look at movies.
That's
I'll
kind of
go
effed
for
up.
that.
That's kind of effed up.
Yeah.
Hey,
Don't tell me that.
Why can't the ladies get their clam lapped? I don't understand what the hate's
No,
for.
but guys can get their blowjobs.
Yep.
That's sexism.
Duh.
Well, one is smellier, to be fair.
What are we talking about now?
Why are you talking about your dick?
Yeah, I just washed it.
Oh, is it that time of month again?
Sorry, what did I miss?
I don't know.
We didn't say anything.
Oh,
Uh,
I don't know.
I don't know
why.
what the hell's going on.
I'm so
Oh, it was
confused.
just some people moving some stuff.
No, like on the
Oh.
He-Man.org forums, is they told everybody on there that since it was a toy line meant for kids,
Yes.
and they're like in re-release right now, but it's only internet exclusives for collectors. But still, it's kind of considered a kids toy line. So they tell
Is
people,
it over $20?
yeah.
Then it's not a kid.
Yeah.
Well, that's the collector's toy line, which is out right now.
Apparently,
But
you
here's
have
the
to
thing:
be a
it's
kid.
still like the DVDs are still kind of meant for kids, and basically they're like, if you come to our forums, don't talk about politics, sex, all these things. But then they made an off-topic forum where you could do that. Well, they named it after one of the nastier places on Eternia,
Yeah.
the Tar Swamp.
Oh.
So, like, take that discussion to Tar Swamp. I assume we're like the Tar Swamp of pony fandom.
Well, then we would be the... well, since we've never seen Philadelphia...
Where
we
the
just-
Ever is?
But see, bringing
Nah.
up politics is never going to end well, ever.
Yeah.
It's basically a religious choice.
I don't see it that way.
People
Actually, you know what?
People believe way too much, and it's all too much faith-based, and they get angry way too fast.
Yeah,
Actually,
that's
what-
part of the reason why I have no
That's-
problem talking about politics and religion, because what I believe in, I can actually prove actually exists and actually did happen.
Well, then you don't believe in it.
I believe in history and science.
You know it.
Thank you.
You don't believe it. Thank you. Hey, we finally came to an agreement on something.
Shut your mouth.
That's
Hey, I saw you that link from Fox News about how your system works.
my system does work.
Or it wasn't from Fox News, it was about how
Yeah, it was about.
Yeah, they'll get that, I think it's brought up part 2.
You'll,
Stay tuned!
You'll hear that later.
It's actually pretty
I was
funny.
gonna fuck with their head so much, referencing stuff from the second half and the first half.
Yeah.
We do
yeah.
that all the time.
No, that's why I say you'll hear it later.
This is weird. Why did we start doing this? We're
Because actually, Brony has fun with Illithid.
No, because
Because the first half is always way off topic.
Yeah.
And so the first half is supposed to get us back on topic of ponies, which obviously 3 episodes in of trying that has already failed.
So maybe we should just try to talk about
I was talking
ponies
about
right
Ne'er-Do-Well.
off.
I was talking about the
Yeah.
new episode.
I really like the Batman animated series poster.
Yeah, that was really awesome.
Which
I
also
loved it.
referenced the Shadow. It looks like the Shadow.
Oh shit! I almost forgot. We love. No, We Love Fine is doing a Cyber Monday thing.
Oh.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I actually gotta get in there and order some shit. I gotta find the coupon code.
Oh, God.
What's
It
going
is
on?
only Cyber Monday, isn't
Oh,
it?
also, when Ne'er-Do-Well came in, it sounded like a Danny Elfman orchestral theme to Batman.
Yeah.
Only, one note different, so we don't get sued!
Yeah.
It's not like Vanilla Ice. They
Oh,
had
that
just an
could
itty-bitty
have started
chain.
another toy war, because Ponies is a Hasbro product, and they were basically parodying DC characters, which
Yeah.
are frickin' Mattel owns the rights
Yeah.
to make those, and yeah.
Well, that was fun.
Okay, so what are we doing now?
Oh, well, now the fact that you reminded me of Cyber Monday, I'm going to shops and I'm looking at shit.
Wow, we got distracted again.
Yeah, we got distracted. So-
Unfortunately, I can't say anything about the new episode because I've yet to see it. I've heard things about it, but
Yeah.
Oh, every time I saw them wearing
this
the
week.
every time I saw the Phillies wearing the Rainbow Dash wigs, I just got pictures of them dripping with blood like they scalped her.
No, I thought it would be funny to actually make those because it had the mane coming out the back like a mullet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she really does have hockey hair.
I really kind
Who?
of want to watch
Rainbow
that.
Dash? She really wears it like hockey hair, though.
Yeah, a mullet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a mullet.
What?
I give it a little more respect.
Rainbow
I'll
Dash
call
is
it
white
hockey hair.
trash. Awesome.
Well, they're all wearing like the mullet cap. I mean,
Because when
Technically,
I
what she has is a little bit more modern than a mullet. She has like some weird kind of punk thing going on.
probably. And we love Fine as Down.
Or it's actually somewhat long in the
No.
front. And
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like she's got emo hair in the front and then like long hair in the back. And
emo here in the front.
there
job
actually is
in
a
the back.
there actually is a term for what that's called, and I can't think of it. I'm not hip enough.
Yes.
You're not
Nobody's hip enough.
Son
No.
of a bitch.
There are people who are hip at one out.
Ho ho!
Wait. Oh, somebody asked really quick. Dan's podcast.
Oh yeah. Jesus Christ! Does
Doesn't
nobody
have
work
one.
here?
Dance podcast, what?
No. The phone's done ringing. You can come back now. God, this podcast. Is... Why?
I say we should have moved shit.
Oh, dude,
I don't feel like moving shit.
Can I borrow your trench coat to go flash again?
No.
What?
Put it back.
Why do you want to go
Hey,
flashing
Dan,
people?
they wanted to ask you
Jesus Christ.
something. They wondered about your podcast.
that we talked about for like 50 episodes.
I still
we
say
never
we
did.
should do it.
Yeah, I'm just wondering when we're going to do it.
I don't
Well,
know.
when do you
He
have
could
free
just-
I have this entire week off.
I don't have a job right now. Nobody's giving me under the table work. I got shit to do.
You could give handies under the table.
I'm not gay.
Dude, you don't have to be gay.
I'm not I am supportive of my gay brothers and sisters getting all their rights. I'm not giving nobody a hand job.
Hey, how about this? How about like after the stores moved over to the new place, you, me, and Josh can go like.
What?
Well, because you and Josh bounce
Yeah, why
off
is he
each
on my
other.
podcast?
You two like work together very well.
Really?
Yeah, you guys bounce off each other very well.
Yeah. Like, two positive charged things.
Yeah. No, we could just go up to my apartment and drink and like do a podcast.
That would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
He wants to rape us.
Maybe maybe I'll get a hand job out of it.
There you go.
We haven't even recorded episode 1 of my podcast, and already there's some type of creepy shit going on that I don't necessarily approve of.
That's how
It's just an idea. Cause,
yeah.
Because I imagine because
No, that sounds cool, but I don't drink, so.
well, me
Well,
and
then
Josh
you'll
can
be
drink.
sober.
I actually feel bad because I don't enjoy drinking. I don't enjoy weed, and I'm kind of afraid to try a lot of other drugs. It's like I don't know that I have much that I can do for fun.
You can always go shoot a gun.
Yeah, I could do that, but that costs money. Well, drugs.
Oh my
drugs
god.
cost money.
Drugs cost money. Women cost money. Done. Everything costs money.
Actually, if you date fat chicks, they pay for everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you don't like fat chicks.
But you do.
Depends on how fat they are.
Depends on how fat they are.
Curvy's okay, fat's not.
Well, I
But-
was trying to bring back the ponies because you think that Rarity's mom is so hot with her huge ass.
No, I said she was disturbing
Hey.
because she had to wear stretch pants.
The Warriors.
Yeah.
It's the baseball Furies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's We Love Fine's Tumblr. Their Tumblr's up, but their site's down. And it kind of pisses me off. Because it's Cyber Monday. I want to buy pony
Oh,
shirts.
this is the online
Yes.
version of Black
Yeah, yeah,
Friday.
yeah.
Yes. Much more civilized.
Yeah, no one's getting maced. No
Oh
one's getting
my
trampled.
God.
Dude, I read about that. I'm
Yeah.
like, that woman should have been punted.
No, hang on. At first, when I read it, I was like, that chick's a bitch. And then I heard some more about the case. I'm coming on her side. You want to know why?
No. Why would she mace a bunch
She
of
was
people?
there with her 2 kids,
Yeah.
and people, basically, they were pulling back a tarp, and there was a whole bunch of, Xbox
Xboxes,
360s or something.
yes.
And everybody started shoving to get to them.
Yeah.
And she's like, quit shoving me and my kids. I got pepper spray.
That's what'll happen, though.
And they kept shoving.
She went in knowing people would
True,
shove.
true, that was
She's
stupid.
retarded. You don't give her pepper spray. If she had a gun,
Oh, no, hang
she
on.
would have used
She
it.
was in the wrong for showing up with her kids on Black Friday.
She was in the wrong for carrying
Now,
pepper spray. And
when
then
they started
using it,
shoving
it
her,
wasn't
when they started
applicable.
shoving her, and she told them she had pepper spray, and they were like, "Ah, she's just fronting." They were in the wrong, because guess what? Bitch had pepper spray.
What about all the people that got hit by the fallout of the pepper spray that weren't involved in her directly?
Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah, no, she's an asshole. She shouldn't have been carrying pepper spray.
She should have carried pepper foam.
No, that would have been worse.
For the precise type of...
If she hit her kids, she would have fucking tried to sue because people shoved her and she hit her kids.
You know what? She turned herself in, though. They couldn't find her, and she turned herself in.
Well, that's not bad, but she shouldn't have done it in the first place.
Which, turned herself in, as far as I'm concerned, that's for suckers. What?
At least she.
I feel like our conversations like depress him about humanity and like.
They do. They depress me about America.
America?
Yeah.
The rest of the countries are dull enough.
Oh no, the rest of the countries have Boxing Day, which from what I hear is just as retarded.
What?
Well, at least the Commonwealth countries.
Well, it's funnier to fuck.
Yeah, Boxing Day has nothing to do with boxing. I never understood that.
Dude, no, it's when you box up stuff and give presents to your servants and coworkers.
Oh, so it's like Saturnalia.
Yeah, except it's Boxing
There's no drunken gay orgies in the streets.
Well, that's what Christmas is for.
And you don't pick out a teenage male to dress as Saturn and whip rich people for a week. Oh, let's totally dress him up like Saturn. Do you want to whip rich people? His parents are rich. We need a poor. My
parents are not rich, you asshole.
Compared to my parents, they are.
Compared to my parents,
I'm assuming that at some point your parents spit on my parents.
My parents are middle class, dude. My dad is a Polish child from a family who lived through World War II.
I was born in a poor
middle class.
Upper middle class.
Yes.
Super upper? So he's basically hyper middle
class.
We won
100 between two parents.
You should have never given these Polacks money!
Welcome to part 3 of the Pony Podcast.
Yeah, we're
Part 1 will be recorded later.
I'm trying to talk about Ne'er-do-well in a new episode, and everybody else wants to talk about dicks.
I don't even know if I should just plug this on Cloud Club from now, because we literally have like 10 minutes of pony discussion. And we haven't even talked about like anything Rule 34 about ponies. It's even worth being put on Cloud Club. I don't know if I should even advertise this podcast.
It would be easier to say we
tried.
Didn't record a good one. Store is moving.
Yeah.
Our last podcast was so terrible that the people who run the anime store that we borrow skip town.
Yeah, literally.
And won't show their faces in public anymore.
Okay, store is moving. There's just too much alcohol and weed.
No, but see, the thing is that like most podcasts, whenever they have to do something like this, like move, they don't record.
Yeah. We're crazy.
We're moving a store and recording.
Well, technically we're not moving shit. We're just sitting on our asses.
You kidding?
Yeah, well, other people move.
Yeah,
I know. Actually, nobody's moving stuff right now.
They're not really doing anything.
I know. It's a bunch of.
Actually, you know what? We shouldn't even talk about this because I will get mad and I will like turn into the Hulk and wreck everything in sight. So let's talk about something else.
If we just want to talk about something else, I can see if Porn Guy and I can move the cabinets.
Well, don't be a bitch.
It's what, dude. He has the truck available to him right now,
and one of them is his cabinet.
Yeah,
most of them are his cabinets.
Okay.
Oh yeah, really quick. Kane blended it. I think I was talking to you on Steam, and
what's up with all this proactive hate?
Shut up so we can talk.
I'm just addressing something in the live stream really quick. Fuck it. This is the moving episode. We can be as terrible as we want to be.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, Kane blended it. Whatever. Sorry for like not talking to you anymore in Steam, but that was because Little Miss Rarity Skyped me and wanted to talk to me.
Nice.
And well, Little Miss Rarity takes precedence over you.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So sorry, dude, but it's Little Miss Rarity. You don't ignore her.
No.
Or him. The artist behind
Sexy pony shit takes precedence over online friends.
Yeah.
But if your sexy pony friend is your online,
quite alright. He understands.
Then they take even more precedence.
How did I end up in this fandom?
I have no idea.
What happened? Where am I?
I don't know how I ended up.
How long have I been here?
You sat down and watched it, and now you're.
No, I got asked to come on some internet.
You have been assimilated.
And read out of an iced tea book, and next thing you know, I'm up to my fucking neck and pony dicks.
We also wanted to have you read some.
You're
porn
up to your
at
neck
some
and
point.
pony dicks?
Oh, read some hentai?
Yeah.
Or no, yaoi.
You read that.
Yeah.
Wait, you want to read Yaoi?
I'm
No,
not
he's
shocked.
hilarious.
You
when
weren't
he
here
reads it.
today that
Shut.
the JB girls that were here had a whole stack of yaoi, and I was bored, and I was like, "What? How bad is this?" And I cracked one open, and I was like, "Oh God, it's a soap opera." Blah 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 blah. Yeah, get to the good part. Get to the good part. And it was like, "Holy Jesus, this shit is creepy." It's like it's always like one dude's the butch and one dude's the bitch, and all of a sudden it's all like, "What are you doing? Quit pulling my hair. Why are you holding me down?" I'm like, "This is fuck. This ain't like gay. This is."
I
rape."
want him to read a clop fic.
It was like
I want him to read a clop
It was
fic.
like prison rape.
Then dig up a cloud fish.
I want him to read Preggedy. I want
Yes, get him to read Preggedy.
What?
Get him to read Preggedy.
Okay, who wants him to read Preggedy?
I
Who doesn't not read Preggedy?
don't want to be here for that.
Motion passes.
What, didn't we already read Preggedy?
Wait.
No, we read the summary of Preggedy.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh man.
No,
Oh
How
the live stream is so easy to do it.
How about
Do it, bitch.
really?
Billy.
The
no,
live
there's too much
stream.
milk.
Too much milk.
What are you doing? Oh,
I want these because my nose is running.
He's going to hang himself with napkins.
Kane only made it to chapter 7 of Preggedy.
Oh, you can do better
Oh,
than that
yeah,
guy.
you definitely can do better.
Let me
There's other creepy shit. Whoa, sweet. Oh, I've already seen that.
Oh, finally, we love fine load. Actually, it's still loading.
It's like 80s.
Yeah.
What's that art style called? Where they did a bunch of X-Men characters,
Yeah.
like kind of 80s fashion
Oh, okay.
style. There's a name for that type of art. Can't think of it.
Where is it? Preggedy POV.
Oh.
This is a good chance for us to take a smoke break without.
I'm reading this.
Which story should we?
And
pick?
just look at him through the window and watch his reactions.
We're gonna be seeing
But the
back
fans
of
don't
his
like
head.
it when you guys leave the room.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
only.
I like it.
Oh, yeah,
Reactions,
that's true.
Remember.
But you
which-
know what you ought to do? You ought to go out there and frickin' record it with a camera from your view from outside to show them how hilarious
I do have
it
a
is.
flip camera.
Oh.
I do have
Let's
a flip
do it.
camera. Okay, live stream. Pick which part you want. I think there's only. Oh, there's
you
4
gotta
viewers.
start at the beginning, right?
Who do we have
No.
for-
No, we don't have to start. Well, they kind of do go in order, but I don't think you have to.
This
go
way
in
you
order.
won't have to read everything.
Let's see.
Unless you want to read everything.
Oh, that one is a good one.
Oh, that's not Klopfic. That's the piss. Which one in here is about piss? I forgot. Oh, he's like going up to like part 10 or something.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Actually, part
Stop
2.
trying to plug the mouse into itself.
Actually, part 2 is really funny because part 2 is really funny because it takes place in a grocery store.
That does sound humorous.
It won't go in.
You're gonna break that.
No, I'm not.
Here, this will get us back in the Clop.
Wait, do we want to be in Clop Clop?
We get like a ton of listeners from them.
What is Clop Clop? That's a site?
How are
That's
we
the
on
Rule
Plop
34.
Plop?
That's the My Little Pony Rule 34 subreddit.
How are we not in Plop Plop?
Because we don't talk about clopping, we talk about humans.
Yeah. Well, especially with this episode. I don't know. They haven't kicked us out of Clop yet. So
Well, I don't know why they would.
yeah.
Why would you pour water on his lap?
Okay.
To make them
My
what?
decision. You're gonna read part 2.
Oh.
How long is part 2?
It's
Not
actually
really.
not that long.
Okay.
It's not that either.
So is this like a narrator thing?
This is like a point of view. I'm gonna unplug. Well, no, I shouldn't unplug it. Actually, we should just switch spots.
People aren't gonna masturbate to this, are they?
It's you talk. It's you talking. I think you're okay.
If they are disturbed beyond recovery.
Okay, that one guy left. Okay, let's just switch spots.
Here goes.
Don't trip over your own damn
It's time
power.
for cruise.
Part 2: Pregnant Rarity, Food Play, Stuffing, Prehensile Tale.
Which apparently is very common these days.
You're
Yeah.
awoken by something soft and fuzzy brushing against your foot. Groggily, you look across the dark room where the red lights of your alarm clock reach out at you. Didn't Jesse or somebody read this?
No.
No, he read Final Fantasy VIII.
Yeah, that was a Final Fantasy VIII thing.
Yeah.
Read
I
the
thought
clock
somebody-
fic.
From its perch on your nightstand, it informs you quietly that the time is 3:16 in the morning. It's not due to go off today, Saturday being your day of rest. You're a Seventh-day Adventist?
Well, either that or you have
Or
the
you
day
don't.
off.
Or you have the day off.
Or you're Jewish.
Oh, you have the day off.
Yeah. You just have the day
It's a Shabbos, whatever it is.
Read the coffee!
Just watch Big Lebowski.
Hey, we get to do comments. Otherwise, this isn't a podcast.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's just master shit theater.
And it's
There you go.
and it slumbers silently, blinking out the time changes. 3:17, 3:18, 3:19.
Nice, we can count.
Something brushes against
Yay.
your foot again. You roll over onto your side, expecting to see her indigo mane framing her sleeping figure, or perhaps her leg kicking in her sleep. Instead, you're greeted with the dark outline of her tail.
What a disappointment!
Just read
Is there anybody
Yeah,
else?
I'll
We're
I'll
good.
keep-
We're clear.
It doesn't
Okay,
matter.
okay.
Read the face.
Only,
Doesn't matter.
only the
The only
Warhammer
person
people
in
are
the
out
storm is
there.
Oh, hey, Turning Tricks is online.
Hey,
Oh,
Yeah, that's
God.
the one pony.
Keep reading.
You sit up, pulling aside the blankets. She's curled up under them, facing the opposite way as you. You can't see her face in the dark room, but now that the blankets are aside, you can hear a soft sniffle. Her body twitches every now and then, shaking a little bit with each new
There's nobody
sniffle.
here.
Wondering what's on her mind, you lean down, her little sobs getting louder as you approach and move across the soft expanse of your shared mattress. Your eyes adjust slowly to being awake, and you can see her just as she sees you. You're tugging aside of the sheets, alerting her to your intentions. She covers her face with her pale hooves. Don't look. Just please go back to bed. It's nothing. You shift your weight, arm draping over her side, mindful of the bulge of her pregnant stomach. As you work yourself into a
Don't bother
comfortable...
on the computer.
Just keep power through it.
As you work yourself into a comfortable position parallel to her curled form. You try to get a look into her eyes despite her protest, trying to figure out the source of her tears. Your hand runs a course gently up her stomach, tight and swollen at the very apex, but turning soft and squishy as it makes for her body. As your hand lingers, you feel a subtle gurgle in her stomach, eliciting more whimpering and sobbing from her. This again? You shift yourself, arms wrapping around her, pulling her small, swollen frame in close to yours. She gives up hiding the source of her sadness from you, burying her face in your arms, little muzzle twitching with each sniffle as you stroke her hair and rub her tummy. You look down, her face now buried in her hair and your chest. It's gotten better, but the whole thing is painful for her.
Oh, you need to scroll down.
I got it.
Okay.
It's 7 months earlier.
7 months earlier.
Man, this seems like a Tarantino movie is jumping around. She just found out
oh,
she's
and it already
expecting.
talked about feet.
Technically, yeah. And after the initial surprise and happiness pass, you've both spent days discussing how things will change. Oh, you're gonna have a centaur. Fucking shit. Anyways, okay. she seems happy on the outside.
Let me pause really. I just want to make sure that's still recording. Yeah, okay, we're still good. I just want to make sure.
Just so that this isn't lost to the ether.
Yeah.
She seems happy on the outside, but as the days pass and you return home from work late, her greetings are less energetic. She's been getting thinner, her hugs haven't lasted as long. You begin to monitor food around the house before you leave for work and discover she's been skipping meals. You decide to sit her down with one of her friends, knowing you'll be no good at this sort of thing. The confrontation is expected and explosive. In the end, she agrees with Twilight Sparkle that something has to change. But the end result is yours to oversee. Twilight puts you in charge of making sure she bulks up, putting emphasis on how important it is for a developing filly to have extra calories to draw upon. The first of your nightly sessions doesn't go well at first. Your large prepared meal is welcome, but she fills up quickly, stomach not used to such large portions. Still, when she's eaten as much as she can, you scoop her up from the table unexpectedly. What? Careful,
She was standing
darling!
on top of the table?
I don't know.
Is this rarity?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't talk in this. You're narrating. You don't actually talk.
Apparently you're
In
still...
quotations is her speaking.
Yeah, so am I supposed to do her voice? Like,
Yeah,
Just
do her voice.
I don't know that I can do her voice.
Just talk.
What? Careful, darling, you'll drop us both.
There
Put
you
me
go.
down! Down, I say!
There you go.
You shook her struggling form in your arms, carrying her away from the table and over to the couch nestled in the corner. Oh, this is most improper. Please set me down, set me down, set me down. Her cries of alarm have shifted to half giggling at this point, and her tail rubs up against your cheek playfully. Honestly, it's no better than kidnapping at this point. Set me down at once. Gently, you turn to both of you around, sitting on the couch and lowering her into your lap, arms none too pleased with the effort of doing so in the controlled and careful manner that you chose to use.
You're Your arms are unhappy.
Once there, she almost immediately shifts her body, snuggling her head into your lap and rolling around on her side.
So she just flipped all the way around.
I just like how your arms are like that one game. The QWXP whatever game.
Oh,
you
quad.
rub her swollen stomach with one hand, scratching behind her ears with your other. Oh, Jesus.
Keep going.
Her front legs kick slightly as she happily nuzzles into your slowly stiffening crotch. Jeez. Well, my goodness, what do we have here? Did you get all this from just rubbing this little old tubby of mine? I had no idea your tastes were so... She struggles for a moment with a word befitting a lady. Rubenesque. Her hand ceases playing with her ear, and she playfully whimpers as she shifts her body up your lap a little bit to place her head back up against it. Closer now, the hand that was playing across her swollen stomach begins to stroke her flanks, muscular and shapely. You remain this way for several minutes, until she sighs, craning her neck up, bringing her face level to yours, and looking playfully out the corner of her eye at you. I know what you want. Her horn glows. In the kitchen, one of the cabinets opens, and a bag of marshmallows floats across the... No, apparently this bitch don't know what I want. I don't fucking get this. Anyways. Floats across the apartment to you as she rolls onto her back.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah, I know. It's cool. I understand. Okay, settling itself on her stomach, it opens before the glow of her magic fades. She lays her head back down in your lap and closes her eyes, opening her mouth. You pop in the first marshmallow, and she chews happily. By the end of the bag, the chewing is slowed, and she's obviously struggling to keep a smile on her face. Is this good? I certainly hope so. Not every man is lucky enough to have a lady cater to his fantasies, you know. You smile and nod, hands rubbing a tight enough to burst bulge in her tummy. Her hoof reaches behind her, rubbing your own bulge through your jeans. I might have room for one more thing, you know. Maybe. If you can promise to keep this our little secret, if you can promise that we'll do it again... Time has made fools of you both. Oh, okay. You know what? Hang on there. You never... This is like MST3K. You never reference or show in the background a better movie than your movie. Yeah. Don't reference better literature than what you've wrote, pal. Okay. Time has made fools of you... Or is it a song? Whatever, fuck it. Time has made fools of you both, and you're back in the present months later. Jesus, Tarantino. As work picked up, you've had less time to indulge her, but still, you've had your share of long nights on the... Hey, wait a minute. Did he just skip the sex?
Yeah, he did.
What a terrible fanfic.
Keep going.
Yeah. You've had your share of long nights on the couch. She slowly gets better at keeping the marshmallows down.
Remember, I said that there's a grocery store.
That fucking filly's gonna be diabetic.
Well, the point is to get her to gain weight.
Store coming up.
Like calories.
Now, at the height of her pregnancy, her embarrassment seems to have flooded back to her. You've rolled over tonight to find her missing on more than one occasion, cravings getting the better of her. Each time you've wandered into the kitchen, snuggling up against her warm back, trying your best to be supportive as she indulges in her private shame. Even your encouragement hasn't been enough to undo the lifetime of careful maintenance she's put into her figure. You scoop her up in your arms, carrying her out of the bedroom into the hall. Well, what? Please, no. I'm so tired of it. I don't want to be like this anymore. I know it's all for my health, for the baby's health, but I know you've been looking at me less, too. You stop in your tracks, baffled by this last bit. Could she really think that? Haven't you communicated otherwise? Sure, you're not good with words. Yeah, you haven't fucking talked this whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
But when has that stopped her from figuring out your intentions in the past? Through boner Morse code? Like, yeah, exactly. You look down at her, curled in your quickly tiring arms. From her reclining position, she stares up at you in the dark, her azure eyes watering red from a night of sniffling and crying at your feet. Well, it's true, isn't it? I'm an old, ugly, fat... I'm just so... She bursts into tears again. This isn't going well. Carefully, you maneuver around the dark kitchen, arms too full of whimpering, chubby pony to flick on a light switch. This isn't what you wanted, I know. This isn't the taut-tummied pony you fell in love with. Her hair catches the door handle of the refrigerator, halting your progress as she stubbornly looks up at you for an answer, unwilling to let you move further without some affirmation of her secret fears. Your mind races for the right answer. Surely she was beautiful when you met. Tight, muscular, lean. But since then, you've seen entirely different sides of her. Sides that have nothing to do with body or shape. You've cursed your original shallow expectations. Shouldn't that be Mallow expectations? Okay, whatever. And together you've even learned just how much you love the way her more well-figured body jiggles as she walks, the way her saddles fit so tightly around her now thick flanks. Your reply is sudden. You turn your body and hers with it, forcing her tail to open the door of the refrigerator. Light spills out into the room, assaulting your eyes as your arms and legs finally give out to the awkward load they've been carrying, and you have to slowly move toward the kitchen floor. Huh?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he is picking up a full-grown horse, I guess.
Well, it's not a full-grown horse.
They're about this
Probably
big.
Are they
tall.
miniature
Yeah,
ponies?
They're about this big.
Oh, okay.
Haven't you
Yeah,
seen
they're
a
not
rabbit? A rabbit's like this big to them.
Yeah.
So they're miniature ponies.
Yeah, they're
they're
very
technically, everybody in My Little Pony's a midget.
Except for the god ponies.
The problem
really.
midgets?
The god ponies are about normal horse size.
Yeah.
Keep reading.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out where I was.
You were...
Yeah. It's the work of only a few seconds, but it's surprisingly graceful. She's on her back, lowered as gently as you could before you met the ground next to her, pulling her in for a hard
High
kiss.
ground.
Cold assaults your back, and you pull her closer, shielding her from the sudden frigid onslaught. Your hands work magically up and down her stomach, sliding closer to her womanhood. And she stifles an unexpected yelp as you begin to rub her down there. She breaks a kiss. I what? Do you really? You like this? All of it? You say nothing, too busy kissing the side of her neck. Instead, you respond by delicately slipping a finger into her. Can we add a sound effect right there? like a...
How about we just take the Pinkie Pie slurp sound?
That joke I thought took a little too long.
Yeah.
Causing her to stiffen in reply. What? Never mind.
Don't worry, the only person out there is Jesse, and he's snoring.
I know, I'm just like, what stiffened her? Clit or her nipples?
Her body,
Like,
bro.
does
Her body.
she have a cock?
I think it's her body.
Her body went stiff like
Oh.
She has a horn.
Horns don't go limp unless you,
Dude.
unless you get that curse.
Dude.
Anyways.
No,
Keep
wasn't a
going.
curse.
Keep going.
You don't care either way. Oh no. You don't care either way. You really... She rolls herself over onto your lap, mindful of the erection pressing to be freed from your boxers. The moment she's there, your hands are caressing her lovely stomach, paunched out. She looks over to the refrigerator, still open, and guides your throbbing member out of your boxers with one hoof, and she lifts herself up with the other. Carefully, she slides down on top of it, freed hoof reaching into the fridge at her side and withdrawing a slice of cake you saved for her from a birthday party at work. Silently, you file away a reminder to thank the kindly old receptionist who sent you home with it as she holds a plate up, face framed from the side by the light of the icebox. Is this what you like? Her stomach gurgles again as she tries to tease you, and she looks away embarrassed. Oh my god.
Weirdest boner.
Gayburn is online.
Okay, wonderful.
Gently, you try to sit up without pulling out of her, gripping her thick, soft flanks for aid as you smile at her. You've stopped by her bulging stomach a few inches from the cake, but your effort makes her smile. She takes a hoof and carefully scoops the cake into her mouth, raising an eyebrow at you. You shift your weight and reply, shifting yourself into her as much as you can. She shudders a bit and takes a hoofful of cake in her mouth. Thrust. Oh, it is like Yowie. That's a very common sound effect, or onomatopoeia.
It's a common sound effect for most penis-based things.
Another hoof fill. Chocolate icing dribbles down her cheek as her eyes roll backward in pleasure. Her private fantasy being indulged in the dark of your little kitchen. It hangs from the side of her mouth for a moment before splashing down onto your chest.
That's some shitty frosting.
It's 9.5 weeks, but with a human and a pony.
Oh my god!
It totally is. So
That explains
basically,
the fan art of this.
basically
There's
Mickey
actually fan art
Rourke.
of
Mickey
this
Rourke
scene.
is
Really?
fucking a horse.
I can see that. He did attack.
Thrust. Abandoning ladylike procedure, she opens her mouth and stuffs the remaining cake in. You grip her chest as you thrust hard, bouncing her up and down in your hard cock as she struggles to swallow in between moans. More icing falls onto your body. She rolls off of you, desperate to get all of the icing from your skin.
Say it.
Her hot tongue works its way up and down your chest and stomach, smearing the chocolate as you roll around the floor, trying to get to her womanhood.
Wait, what happened?
I guess you popped out, and she's trying to lick all the icing off of you, and then you're wrestling around in chocolate with her, trying to fucking stick it in her again. God, it's like a prison knife fight. Each time you get close, she shifts slightly, unaware of your intentions, too engrossed in the icing now coating your lower half as she licks it off. What a fat bitch.
Okay, we're recording.
She finally makes her way to your erection, hungry mouth clamping down on it. It's not a bit! Jesus Christ!
And that's the end of the story.
No.
Yeah, that's why like I don't like head. Just give me an HJ and a punch in the face. So anyways, her mouth bobs up and down as she gulps and slurps at your rock hard dick. Oh, there's some really funny sound effects we should use right there.
Like rocks smashing against each other.
Okay, ignore him.
Yeah. Finally getting her still enough, you part her moist lower lips, dipping your tongue in for a treat of your own. Her grasp around your cock feels amazing, and she jerks her head off to avoid choking. I know exactly the sound effect we can use right there. You push your tongue in deeper, licking both folds of her labia before pushing your tongue into her and wriggling it around. She moans, her insides moistening even more in response. Fingers, dearie, come now. You've those lovely hands. Use them more. You know I love it when you use them. Slowly you slip 2 fingers in and out, then 3. Her hooves rub her stomach madly, sending tremors of jiggling flesh from her chest all the way down to her flanks. More. Working carefully, you manage to get 4 fingers into her. Oh man, what a skank. And she throws her head back. You lean in, tongue working her clit, and her moans turn into screams of pleasure. She's squeezing hooffuls of her chubby chest fat as her back legs kick wildly.
God, that would hurt.
Wetness trickles. Wetness trickles down your arm as she comes in waves that rock her body from top to bottom. You watch as she shakes, her chest and stomach wobbling and jiggling uncontrollably. As the orgasm continues to rock her, she pushes her flank toward you, and you grip tight. Your hands disappear in her immense, soft, pillowy cheeks.
A whole fucking hand.
I think he's double fisting her.
No, I think it's still one hand.
I have no idea what's going on. I've
reading
gone to my happy place. I'm not here.
Yeah, okay, just keep going.
She continues writhing for another good 10 seconds before finally growing still and manages to squeeze out an exhausted sound. You grip her ass in reply. Spank me. Oh, spank me. I've been so naughty. I ate your cake. Your hand smacks her ample bottom hard. And her abundant flesh responds in rolling motions, jiggling madly. Jesus, she's like a tub of jello. You swat her again as she wiggles her butt in the air. Then again and again. Oh, come on. Each time she wriggles across the floor towards the cabinet. Once there, she pulls out a bag of marshmallows. Another swat on her ivory expanse, eliciting a yelp. Isn't Ivory Expanse a place in Africa?
That's the Ivory Coast.
Oh, well. Please, no more. I'll be good. I'll do what you want. I'll eat them. She looks at the bag, popping one into her mouth, her eyes half-lidded as she chews. She takes another hoofful of marshmallows into her mouth, lowering her nose, posterior still up in the air invitingly. I know it's unladylike to eat from the bag, but I just...
Great timing.
Oh, wait till we get to the next part.
Breathe, girl. Breathe. Anyway.
She can't finish before you're penetrating her hard. Her guilt assuaged. Is that how you say that? Assuaged?
Assuaged.
Assuaged.
Okay, well.
I like the word assuage.
That sounds French. Yeah. She lifts her flanks into the air for you, lowering her nose into the bag, popping marshmallows into her mouth 2 or 3 at a time. She's gulping them down as you
big of fucking marshmallows.
As you slam into her, flanks jiggling and quivering like seas of flesh with each thrust. Her belly rubs up against the floor. Her back legs kick and buckle, bringing her to her knees as you keep pounding. As she finishes off the bag, your thrusting slows down. No, keep going, don't stop, you fiend! She scrambles, bucking her hips back and forth to simulate thrusting, her front legs occupied with pushing aside the contents of the cabinet. She produces another bag and rips it open with her teeth, spitting out the plastic and continuing to pull
That's a
hookfuls
good
of
detail.
marshmallows into her mouth as you return to the furiously quick pace you were at.
Stop doing that.
Furiously, huh? Too Fast, Too Furious 6.
More
is
like
really,
Too
really
Fast,
weird.
Too Furious.
Yeah. Your hand reaches around her thick leg and you begin to stroke her clit, producing a muffled choking noise.
Oh,
With a
God.
cough and splutter, she manages to gulp down the three marshmallows she had in her mouth. Cheeks still puffed out like some sort of comic squirrel. She looks at her over her shoulder in the light. Not so suddenly, darling, a girl. You smile at her, certainly taking her time, as she stuffs down 4 or 5 more marshmallows at once.
Jesus.
Another empty bag to join the other two. This time you don't stop slamming into her, your rhythm picking up as you reach the end of your stamina. You feel her clench around you, her moans no longer muffled by the mouthfuls of sweets, her hooves kicking and bucking as she comes once more. In moments you're coming too, flooding her with your hot seed.
What's with the hot seed? And it's like,
I don't know. Final Fantasy VIII.
It's more
Yeah.
food.
yeah,
It's more food talk.
Yeah, it's
God,
dumb.
I
I hate the term hot seed.
I'm actually falling asleep listening to this.
You lay there, panting and exhausted, when she slides off of your cock. She lays there on her back, white coat shining, face illuminated by the soft light of the still ajar refrigerator door.
Oh, God.
The light catches the white bits of marshmallow trickling down her face and the white
What?
seeds spilling out from
Wait.
between her legs.
Why are
Trickling
there bits of
marshmallow?
The light
marshmallow?
catches the white bits of marshmallow trickling down her face.
That's weird.
And the white seeds spilling out from between her legs.
Okay, maybe it's her saliva with pieces of
No,
marshmallow.
but the
in it.
frosting running
You
down
think
her-
you think she just like warmed up a jar of marshmallow fluff in the microwave?
she played the chubby cheat game. She ate like 5 bags at once. Dude.
Yes.
and then they just blah blah blah. Blah.
Yeah.
Like, her horn glows and another bag floats in the cabinet
Oh,
into your hand.
Yeah. Fuck.
The bag glows once more, ripping open.
There are Girl Scout parties that have no marshmallows for s'mores because of this.
How is she not going into a diabetic coma?
Because of magic.
Read it, bitch.
By the end of the year, she's going to
Maybe
lose
they
her
were fully
left
grown
hoof.
ponies and they all had to have their full-grown legs amputated because of diabetes.
Diabetes.
Diabetes. Read the flick.
You put a marshmallow in your mouth and lean into her, sharing it with her. Her bites are hungry, passionate, and when there's no marshmallow left, she's sucking on your tongue for the flavors in your mouth, running her tongue all around your teeth. While she works your mouth, your hands are burying themselves in the expanse of her flesh.
Oh, God!
Gropey, gropey.
Oh god.
You lean back and put another
It's
one into your
absorbing
mouth,
me.
leaning back into her free hand, gripping the full bag.
It's Akira.
She has a hand?
There's plenty more left. There in the darkness of your kitchen, softly illuminated, she lets herself go,
God.
happily pursuing that private indulgence in the hands of the man who reserves judgment, who loves her, who wants her to be happy. She smiles up at you playfully. Very well, Prince Charming. Shall we see if you can put the princess back to bed with a kiss? You pop him another marshmallow into your mouth and lean in.
Okay, I think we're done. That's
Oh
that's
my
the end of
God.
part 2.
Can we just end this?
I don't think we can keep
Don't
going.
think I'm done.
I think this is gonna be our most popular podcast.
Our brains are so
Oh,
fucked right now.
Yeah.
Let's just call it. Let's just stop.
Dan reads.
This,
Flop.
this has been the Electric Brony.
Electric Brony visits Spaghetti.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's the title.
Well,
It's gotta be.
I'm never getting voice actor work.
Well, you might. It's just that they won't ask you to do porn.
Yeah, we want you to voice the tentacle rape monster
Well,
in the
yeah.
yeah.
That's actually what a lot of them sound like. And you
I would hope that in whatever future like Marvel or DC cartoons I'd get to do some of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
You know.
the tentacle monster.
No.
I think we're about.
Well,
to...
listeners, if you want Dan to read more,
No.
give us
Oh,
feedback.
God, no.
Give us
I
feedback.
fucking hate you guys.
Really
I hate all
wants
our
to read
fans.
shit.
Yeah, Kane Blendend is all like, "Are you gonna record? Are you gonna film Dan doing this? I want to see video of Dan reading this."
No.
His rarity, voice, and sound effects are killing me.
Yeah, me too, pal. Me too.
Uh,
I think this is part 1, though. I think
This
it's
is
part
part
2.
one.
God. I
Oh,
don't
I'm
think-
sorry. This is your favorite piece of literature, and I've ruined it.
Is that what they said?
No, and Ari says it's not too bad.
Oh, God.
well,
Yeah, 999 Wana says, "Well then, now I actually start listening."
He was playing Portal while you were.
Yeah,
reading
that's
this.
what I finished Portal. Dan reading in the background.
Hey, hopefully nobody had their speakers up high.
No
Yeah.
doubt.
Don't want any
I'd
bicycles
like to
getting
think
run
that
over.
some gangbangers in like a cut lowrider with a bitch in a stereo system all the time were just driving around Compton blasting this. just all like, slouched down bandanas, fucking Uzis out, just giving people the hardest, most mad niggerish fucking looks of all time.
And then already grabbed.
And
the
people
bag
just got
of
really
work.
uncomfortable, like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Okay, I think we're done with part one. If you want to hear, part one of the podcast. That was part two of Preggity.
Oh,
We
man.
just started with part
And
two.
I just noticed there's a pube on the table right next to me.
It's probably a beard.
Oh god, that's over there.
It's probably a beard hair.
I know what it is.
It's probably a beard hair for my fucking
From your
face.
pube beard?
This is not
Technically,
Jackass, and no one brought
pubic
cats
hair.
to the party.
Yeah.
Unless you started growing this before puberty.
I had a bunch of real stuff I want to talk about.
I had some real stuff I wanted to talk about too, but we never got to it. Well,
Save it for next
we
time. We're
never
actually
got
sane.
to it.
Save it because I think later this week you decide we're going to record your show.
Yeah,
The pilot for your show.
I think it'll be good. You should think of what topic you want.
I've thought about doing different topics for each show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have a whole bunch of stuff I'd
you
like
got
to
to
talk
pick
about.
which one you'd want to use as the pilot.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, if you want to hear him read more of that garbage,
Go to hell.
or send us feedback if you actually like it. Fucking word attention whores.
Please don't make me read more. Please don't.
No,
If-
that's just telling
if
them
they're
to
at-
make you read more.
Oh, if they throw something at you that's better than that.
Yeah.
I can think. I'll go find that fucking. What was it? That
It's also
freaking.
cupcake.
No. I'll go find that Transformers adult gay erotica I ran into once, and or what was that? What's that one that's famous? Pain and Pink or Pink and Pain.
I don't
Pink and
know.
pain.
You know what I'm talking about. It's some guy wrote 12 pages of the Pink Power Ranger getting raped and tortured and
God.
shit, and it's probably the most disturbing thing you've ever read, but it's also hilarious because the writing and the grammar and just everything's so awful. Online. It's often shown as the worst fanfic of all time.
Yep. I think there's a sentence that lasts for an entire paragraph.
Oh, you know what?
Wow.
I actually read a novel like that once, and I was laughing.
The
my-
novel was one sentence long.
No, the novel literally there was 2 paragraphs. It was one sentence. It was
Oh
probably
my
the
God.
worst example of bad grammar
Stop
and
jerking
bad.
off.
Why are you making a water bottle tornado as we're
Because
podcasting?
I'm bored.
Well, then leave.
What the hell? People are immensely entertained by this, and you're actually here and you're bored. You're like some asshole.
There's
They got
some of
the
our
one
fans
tickets to be
love-
front row of everybody else's favorite band,
And then you're on your cell phone just
You got
playing text all day.
people saying they want to hang out with us in person.
Yeah, and you
I
actually
am
get to be
really-
here, and you're front. It'd be like if you won tickets to go see Ice-T and Body Count live, and I was like, oh, he won those? Oh, he
You
gets
want
them?
them?
Yeah, and then you were sitting there front row just stuffing yourself full of green room food. While they're
listening
singing
to his
Cop Killer.
iPod. Lost.
Yeah, he's got his
Something
headphones
else.
in
Hey, it's like listening to dubstep. Wow.
yeah.
I am also
but-
really, really fried. Because I was like, fuck.
What, you got high?
No, maybe.
Oh God, let's
With
not
Robin?
talk about that.
He's not high.
Yeah.
I'm not
trust me.
high.
Yeah, you're a fucking virgin. You're not high.
I work with stoners. So.
Obviously not then.
Okay. Give us feedback. There's a contact us page. It has all our emails on it. If you want to yell at any particular person, you can do that.
Next week
Yeah.
we vote somebody off the podcast.
Yeah.
My Facebook is Dan Snowberger Sioux Falls.
Yeah.
And
Electric
if you think
Bro-
I'm funny on here, I post wacky shit all the time.
Yeah.
the electricbrony.com Steam group is. Wait, did I say the Electric Brony or?
Yeah, you did.
Okay,
You did.
Yeah. No, not that website. It's electricbrony.com. Just that. And then we have the Electric Brony Steam group.
Yeah.
I guess my personal website, samdeathmech.com. It's basically my Tumblr. I blog a lot of shit. It's not safe for work.
Yeah.
Nothing is
Nothing
safe.
that we post is usually safe.
Yeah.
My
for work.
Facebook isn't safe for work.
Yeah.
No, but I still.
Well,
go on
yours
it
is
at
not
work.
safe for work because of how, like, political it is. Mine's like it's
Partly.
actually porn.
I actually tried to post lesbian porn recently on my Facebook and it wouldn't let me.
It's because it's porn.
Well,
Yeah.
fucking MySpace let me post Yeti porn.
That's
Well,
because
it's 'cause
it's MySpace.
MySpace.
That was like years ago.
That's because it was years ago.
And it's
Yeah,
MySpace.
no, it's MySpace.
Anyway, we're gonna
I've been
go
going
to-
back on MySpace.
Oh god.
Yeah,
can't
I
say
actually
musicians
talked to
go on
a real life
MySpace.
superhero on my MySpace.
Well, good for you. We're going to break right now. We're going to break. You're going to listen to part 2 after we play some music. I don't know if it's going to be dubstep or not. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop on your dick.
Thank you.
Yep.
Also, they referred to me as that bald guy.
Yep.
And then somebody was like talking shit about balding, and I was like, I shave my head, stupid.
So do bald guys.
Yeah, that way they don't have patches here and
I
here
started
and
shaving
here.
my head before I was going bald. I'm like that guy on Seinfeld, where
It's
it's
the
all
reason-
like,
Oh, it's
oh my god, when did I
back.
go bald? Well, how long have you been shaving your head? About 3 years.
And then they totally spread that wives' tale about if you shave your pubes, they grow back thicker and fuller in that same
Not
episode.
true.
I know it's not true. That's why I said it's a myth. Kind
I
of like
want
Zeus.
to know their fucking source on that.
Source on what? Oh.
Oh, speaking
On
of,
Kramer's pubes?
we actually had a discussion about that recently. There was a recent study done, and people who watch no news and have no idea what's going on are still more well informed than people who watch Fox News. Because apparently, people who watch Fox News are literally being lied to, and like some college or some media group did a study on it.
Yeah.
So I sent him a link. I sent him a link, and I'm like, "Hey, your system works."
I know it works.
Yeah, there's totally a pube on your pizza.
I think that might be for me.
I
I shed.
Is it
The theory
multicolored?
is, if hair did grow back fuller and thicker, balding men would shave real quick, and then they would grow in better.
Yep.
Which obviously doesn't work.
Well, I think this should be the...
Just like if your dick got bigger if you punched it,
Well, you know,
Germans would be monstrous.
I think what we were going to do, the same way we did the past two podcasts, where this is just going to be the second part. Because
Welcome to the first part of the second
Did everybody
part.
see this
Welcome to the
episode?
second part. I think we've all seen the episode.
I did.
I have.
Okay. All right, good.
What episode?
I haven't, but oh well, it don't matter to me.
What is the name of that episode?
I have yet to see it
It's-
because I've been working.
Nobody gives a shit about Rainbow Dash.
Yeah.
Serious
It's
man.
Rainbow
Rainbow
Dash gets
Dash
the
is a
turtle.
fucking asshole.
Dude, it's like that one movie, The Case of the Batwomen.
The Curse of the
The
Batwoman?
Curse of the Batwoman?
I don't
I
know.
can
We
never
should look
remember
it
what
up.
it was called. But I mean, the theme was used in many, many things. The last scene was basically...
It also references a Batman story, I think called The Many Faces of Batman, where basically a bunch of dead guys start washing up in Gotham Harbor, and they're all wearing Batman costumes. And like one's like a famous race car driver. Each one has like a master of a different skill. And they're probably all, and the cops think they're all part of a secret club. And the Batman's actually a number of people. There's no way he could have just been one person. And of course, Batman knows better. Knows some serial killer or some enemy is trying to like send him a message.
It's Mystery of the Batwoman.
Nah,
Whatever, nobody can remember it.
What movie?
there's some crazy old like '50s movie or something called like something
66.
something like Batwoman, something or another.
The Wild World of Batwoman.
Yeah, and it has nothing to do.
Sounds like a porno.
That woman does Gotham?
It's like a B movie.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, let's play a game. Let's see if I can remember my Pixiv login.
Are you
information.
familiar with the Mondo movies?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
God, I haven't logged into Pixiv in forever.
Oh, fuck is Pixiv?
It's like the Japanese DeviantArt.
Oh, cool.
Is the EUL?
My only person here has ever been the Daily Motion. It's like the French YouTube.
I've been there
Daily
I've never been there.
Motion was good before it got all censor happy.
But you can still look at all that stuff. Okay, then go to, what is it, Mega something or another, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
You
fuck
talk
yeah, it
about
worked.
The
The game
mega
over, I
series
win.
of websites.
I logged back into Pixiv. I'm gonna search.
I don't
You're gonna have to send me this because I bet you they got some better fucking shots
They
Of
got
what?
some Japanese.
of everything.
I'm gonna look for My Little Pony on
Of
Pixiv.
those things that pique my interest.
Let's see what the Japanese do with
I know.
My Little Pony.
Let's go to D and see what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Gothic Lolita.
Maid Girl Pony.
Make
Whoa, that
money?
looks cool.
Hey, guess what
Oddly
the first
enough-
thread is on D right now?
Jigglypuff
I've seen that
and
on
Yeah.
Twilight Sparkle.
Yeah. Wait, what were you talking about, Joe?
The first thread on D is a chicks with horse dicks thread.
Oh, how lovely.
All right, chicks doing horse dicks or chicks,
Chicks
with
with
horse?
horse dicks.
Oh boy.
It's D.
It is
Yeah,
D.
it is
What
D.
does that stand for? Dick girl?
No, it stands for alternative hentai.
Oh.
Yeah.
How the fuck does D stand for that?
Because
It's just you go down the alphabet.
A is for something else.
Okay, you know what? A lot of this
A
artwork
is for anime. That's
are
good enough for
Americans
me.
on Pixiv. I'm actually looking for Japanese artists. A lot
B
of this
is for random. C is
Yeah.
for cute. D is for alternative.
Yowza.
Okay, this one has promise. It has Rarity looking like that one Pokemon.
Which Pokemon? Who's that Pokemon?
That one, from Hard Gold and Soul Silver, or Gold and Silver, the flying ones. I don't know. One's
What
a
are the
girl,
ancient
one's
birds?
a boy. I don't know.
Latios and Latias? Are they
Yeah.
dragon looking?
Yeah,
Okay.
it has Rarity looking like one of them.
The Latios.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
I'm a dick.
Did you hear that fart I left in that room earlier? I probably ruined the wall.
It's a good thing that there's an industrial fan ventilation system in the new store.
Oh, someone.
Oh, wait, Dan, what do you think about Tang Sudo?
Tang Sudo?
Sting Sudo.
Yeah, it's martial art.
Okay.
That's the Korean one, right?
I don't know.
Well, it's
Hey.
Korean, but... Hang on. I'll run over to the other computer real quick. And,
Why don't you just bring that other computer in here?
Because its cord isn't long enough.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's on battery.
There's a bunch of Korean sub-styles. I always get confused which one's which. Hang on, I'll look it up.
Hey, I found some Wakfu.
You found some Wakfu?
Yeah, Wakfu's on D right now.
What, this one?
You don't get to look at
From
it.
what I can see, I'm kind of the angle is kind of fucked up.
There's
Oh,
toilets for you.
This is great podcasting, you know that?
Let's all go on the internet the second that...
We
no.
start?
Okay, we could have been recording and talking, but now... The
Now we all
effort
go to
is
the
too
internet.
much.
Hey, that's why you should join us on live stream. You get to see what we're looking at.
Actually, yeah, there's some Japanese words here. There's some moonspeak here that might help me find more pony.
Wow.
Moon speed.
Still.
Okay, yeah, I put in some moonspeak and I got more pony.
Oh my god.
Cool.
What the fuck?
What, this? Happy
Oh, wait,
birthday?
okay, never mind. It looked different, okay?
There are alligators in the lake. What the?
Okay, so should we discuss Reasonable Mom Pony?
Sure.
Do you just want to talk about her?
Yeah.
She was actually pretty awesome. This is some kick-ass artwork. Well, the people on the live stream can see what I see.
So everybody on the live stream is more interested than me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Pinkie
Pinkie Pie, of course, like, yay!
Yeah, she's having. Okay, I need to stop. We need to stop. We need to start.
This is
talking.
why I thought it would be good to have no internet to see what would happen.
Yeah, I'll just leave this up because it looks cool.
Okay.
So what? Reasonable
No,
Mom
I just
Pony?
thought Reasonable Mom Pony was the shining pony of the episode.
She was the best one. She was the
The
best
one
pony.
who Rainbow Dash is which one?
Now,
She's the one who's trying to open up the jar of
Okay.
peanut butter.
how many episodes am I, like, missing right now? 'Cause-
12,
Oh, alright.
3, 1,
Last one.
70?
I did not see Rainbow Dash get her pet. Was that...
That was last
You're
week.
missing
Okay.
two.
I'm missing two?
She got a turtle. It is called Tank.
Which
Is also
Nice.
my
I knew
favorite
that,
song
but I haven't seen it yet because I've been working
from
constantly.
Yoko Kanno.
but I can't bring the.
My only-
What are you doing?
Hey,
Failing.
Dan, battery, laptops have batteries.
Yeah, bruh.
For those of you who can't watch, he was nearly yanking the...
No, that was very careful and gentle.
It was funny.
Very
It's like,
careful.
that
will it be able to
computer...
go online if I bring it in here?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's wireless.
Really?
Yes.
Here's the question. Why wouldn't it?
Hang on.
Especially since
That's
Jesse
not the-
brings a new computer.
That's
there all
not the
time
secret knock.
sometimes.
Okay.
Peter, aka 999 Wana, says, "My uncle worked on the first computer. I wonder what he'd think about you guys."
The one from 1881?
Yeah, which one? Did he work on the difference engine
Did
or
he
the
work-
ENIAC?
What did he work on? The abacus? My grandfather worked on the abacus. Best.
Well, I think the difference engine was the actual first proper computer.
Are we talking electromechanical or mechanical or just electronic? Because
Mechanical.
what you define as a computer can vary. The
first computer was a fucking stolen in a wall. Then
No, the weird
First
named
computer
one with the
wasn't
capital letters. Okay, the ENIAC.
He worked on the ENIAC? Okay,
Yeah.
that's actually pretty bitchin'.
That's pretty badass.
Who? What now?
No,
It's
apparently a guy
This
Is it so fucking hard to unplug a computer? What'd you break?
What the fuck am I getting?
you don't need a mouse.
There's a touchpad.
I like a mouse.
Your pudgy Dutch fingers can work a pad, can't
pudgy Dutch fingers. What a fucking cock. This guy, what a cocksucker.
they? Okay, when did a cocksucker go from being a good woman
okay.
to being an awful man?
Okay, so he puts the mouse on the table.
Yeah, he's not.
Well, now I've been shamed into not using it.
Well, you might as well use it. You got it. It's
Well,
like
now-
that's like he's got a big horse cock. Ha ha ha.
Oh, speaking of horse cock, that fucking.
Oh, no, I can use this as a grill.
Okay, Dan's
God,
choking out Josh.
Oh, why? Thank you.
No, but speaking of horse cock, what the fuck, Dan? I finally heard that shit
I don't know if I want to hear
about the donut dick.
Wait. What? Oh yeah.
No, were
No.
you standing right
Oh.
here when I said that shit?
No, I was
I
in the,
pro-
I was in the
Okay.
bathroom.
Okay. I propose that we never talk about donut dick. So
I
let's
haven't
never
heard it.
talk about donut dick.
No, but
I want to hear this.
No.
No.
You don't.
you can go
Listen
listen
to
to
the
the
podcast.
podcast.
Have I not said worse
Here.
things?
Here. Okay. So who's gonna talk about hand jobs
No.
today?
What?
I have to remember a hand job story.
I don't have any stories.
I have.
You don't
one.
have any?
I have.
It's been done. I don't have any interesting stories.
You don't
It's
have
not
any.
like,
I have yet to say an interesting sex story.
It's not
I've
like
had interesting stories.
it's not like somebody slipped off and punched me in the nose or anything.
I have a hand job story that. The thing is, though, is you guys are gonna get pissed if I tell it because it's really horrific.
Oh, okay. Well,
It involves blood.
well then let's not.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's do
Let's
it.
hear this.
Right now?
Yes.
No. Let's do
You
it.
brought it
later.
up.
Let everybody
Come on,
outside.
meeting.
I'm still trying to figure out what I think of Tang Sudo for this guy that was asking me.
Hang pseudo.
Here's the problem, though. He asked me about martial arts, and then I'm like, which style is that? I started reading, I'm like, oh, that one. Oh, God, that's almost worthy of a cast on its own.
Whoa. Yeah. Okay. So who's listening at the moment?
Okay, so that's
There's like 5 people.
So that means
Hey,
how the next
5
week we won't
people.
have podcast?
We haven't done
One of
anything.
you should email apathypony@gmail.com
Because he's really lonely.
because I would really like
He's
one
hungry?
email.
He needs new hand job stories.
$5 he'd rub you wrong
Send in
time.
your hand job stories. We'll read it on the podcast.
That's not what I meant.
I'll read it on the podcast.
I was trying to get you a hand job.
That would be nice.
I
think
don't
they're all
think you can email a
dudes
hand
here.
job.
If any of you identify
I don't think
as
a hand
female
has
and as a trap, I'd be
sexuality
fine with
towards
that.
Ain't nothing wrong with traps.
You see?
No, I don't mind traps. I just don't want to sleep with one.
Well, you
I
know,
thought you said crabs for a second.
No, traps. Traps.
traps.
Okay. Yeah. I'll
Dude
try-
looks like
okay.
a
This is
lady.
the art I was thinking of. Tang Sudo was Chuck Norris's first art. That's what he took in Korea when he was over there.
Oh,
in the Air
hey,
Force.
that reminds me. World
Isn't
of
that what he's
Warcraft
using?
finally has a Chuck Norris commercial, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's
Let's
decade
never
late, any?
Speak of that game ever again.
Oh,
Speed of level 20!
Well, you could be a Pandarian. You could be like a Pandarian brewmaster.
Is
and
that a
beat people
panda
up with
except a
giant,
monster?
giant keg.
I spent enough of my.
Let's just
crappy
say they're
life
putting
playing
more
that game.
furries into.
Oh.
Basically,
Oh, hey,
they made a Kung Fu Panda because
Uh,
the new class is going to be monks.
On Cracked today, they had a list of giant douchebag moves on MMOs
Nice.
that actually affected the real world and shit. There was one EVE Online story where a guild made up a currency value thing,
Yeah.
and eventually they got it into like the game. It became a real thing, and you could trade it for like another month of gameplay. So each credit for it was worth like 15 real American dollars. And I don't know why they would do this, but a lone carrier was moving it 75 units, which is over $1,100. Two dudes just start railing on it and blow every pod up. So they erased $1,100 in real money from existence. Just poof.
Nice.
And I'm like, that's pretty good. There was also a thing on RuneScape where people were at a party to celebrate this guy maxing out his construction skill. But there were so many
I
people
heard that.
doing it that the server started freaking out, so he threw everybody someplace else. People that had been in the fighting circle for a minigame and stuff found out that they could kill anybody.
Oh, God!
Anybody. So for the next hour, people were killing fucking innocent people all over the area and stealing items.
Nice.
And apparently there was a really crappily drawn green crown that's worth $1,500 real dollars that was stolen as well.
Nice.
And I was like, that's weird.
Cool.
It's pretty crazy.
Well, I sold my accounts for probably around 3-4.
No, but the fact that
1,000.
instead of becoming superheroes, it's like, let's kill people and take their stuff. Also heard about the EverQuest guy that was a level 5 on a no rules server. He was so low that people couldn't attack him, but he could run real fast. So he used giant sand giants to erase swaths of countryside.
Yep.
And the high level no rules players were bitching to the admins. First guy to make it there said,
Thanks, by the way.
"That's pretty cool."
Like latest erasing countryside.
The sand giants just stomped buildings, killed people.
Hey, I got a story about
Yeah, because
Barbarian Jesse.
it would
Oh, yeah?
it actually
Yeah.
destroys land.
Yeah, wow, funny.
Yep.
Hey,
I saw a screenshot of this dude just trucking with all of this crap coming behind it.
I remember training so much on like.
What's up, Dan?
Who's this person? This person was asking me about Tang Sudo. Do they personally do Tang Sudo?
Ask them.
I'm assuming.
Oh, he said. Let me pull it up. He said yes, it's a good martial art.
Oh,
Chuck Norris did it. I don't know.
time for a
and
rant.
he formed Shun Kuk Do out of it, and Cynthia Rothrock did it. That's what he calls his own art. Shun Kuk Do.
No.
He sounds like a douchebag.
It's not the most ridiculous thing he's done. Chuck Norris also now is going around the country saying that we should teach the Bible in schools, and that if we had good moral primer like that, that the kids wouldn't be all messed up.
Good moral
the
primer.
only thing I miss about WoW is being in the Barrens and telling all the Chuck Norris jokes.
How about this? If you did teach the Bible in school and taught it as a piece of literature so that kids would understand fucking metaphor? Because they don't understand fucking metaphor.
It looks like Princess Celestia is lactating.
Well,
Why
I'd like to
would
know.
she be
I'd like to know
lactating?
what morals you should teach out of the Bible. The part where
Is she
you
sworn?
should
Yeah.
swing your enemy's baby by
Literally.
his ankles and smash his head
The
on a rock.
Russians did that. Worked great.
The part of the Bible where if your virgin daughter is not promised to be married to anyone is raped, that you're to force her rapist to marry her and pay you 30 silver.
Because that'll ruin his life too.
Yeah. I always wonder about it. Is that God? Is that God being anti-woman, like their property?
No.
Or is that God basically warning rapists, like, I'll
I
make you marry the bitch?
I think that's God being anti-dude.
Yeah.
I think that's the people that wrote the Bible being.
Yeah, it's a bunch of sneaky Jews in the desert
How
trying to control
about...
people.
well, it wasn't Sneaky Jews in the desert that compiled it, though. It was
Meanwhile,
Sneaky Jews sitting in a large cathedral asking, what should we compile?
No, that was a bunch of white guys later on.
Jews aren't white?
The Council of Nicaea. Well, if you're black, they are. But if you're anybody else, they're not.
Wait, if you're black, you're white, but if you're not, you're not?
No. No, I've talked about this. Ask a brother. Ask a brother. You put a white guy and a Jew in a room with a brother, and you go, that white guy over there. And he goes, which one? And you're like, thank you. Right? where if you just leave the white guy and the Jew in the room, they'll both be like, he's white. Oh, he's a Jew. You know what I mean? But the brother's like, I mean, those two white guys over there? See, racism is stupid.
Okay, somebody emailed me.
Somebody emailed
They
you?
just emailed me a cat smiley face and said, hi there. Thank you. Thank you very much.
He's
Well,
not lonely anymore.
I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
don't
I
know.
kind of just started staring at this picture of a humanized Princess Celestia.
And all of a sudden, his hands were underneath the table.
Yeah.
Anthropomorphized, or is she human?
hand check.
Them are some big titties.
Yeah.
Really?
Those are giant titties.
It says, I think this
Those
is
seem fairly reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little
overly
bit on the large side of reasonable.
Nipple placement's kind of high for that, but that's not a bad thing.
I've
It also
seen
might be
bigger
the
in
angle in
anime.
which he's holding them.
I've seen bigger in real life.
Oh, that too.
Anyway, I guess.
The problem
I think we
with
should
that-
do emails.
Okay.
Can we do emails?
Yeah, let's do
Email.
emails.
Yeah.
Okay.
My favorite part that gets me going on track.
Fuck, I
because
gotta remember
otherwise-
passwords now.
Aw.
Dude.
Not
Save
auto
'em.
passworded?
If anybody...
No, it's just that Google decided tonight, hey, we're gonna time out your cookies, so you have to log back in tonight.
Aw.
You tell a chick that, she'll punch you in the dick.
Yeah.
Want me to
Oh,
time out
shit,
your
I need to remember how far back, because... Okay, I don't think we have any more from Pony Chat
Oh.
Live. I think we're okay there.
Chung-Kuk Do, really?
Wait, I don't think I read this
That's
last one.
pretty queer.
This one's from Mo Rider, our old friend Mo Rider, aka the Great and Powerful Chalupa.
Oh.
Hello, friends. Well, I don't know about you, but I've been seeing a shitload of fangasming this week with the Modern Warfare 3 and Sky. This is how old this email is.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 3 and Skyrim coming out. I have some good news. I came out hiding and told my friends I'm a brony. It turns out one of them is already a Pegasus. I think we should stop using that term. I hate the term.
I think we already read this.
email.
We did read this?
We read this.
I
too.
remember.
Oh, right.
that
Okay,
part.
never
What's wrong
mind.
with
All
the
right.
term? I'm confused.
Wait, what's
Because people misspell it.
Well, no,
I
it's
do
just,
believe a Pegasus.
actually, a lot of female pony fans actually really don't like the term. They just rather be called brony.
Well, I would. Why would you call somebody a Pegasus to anyway? I thought we were using it just as an amusing
No, a
thing
Pegasus
for
sister
people.
is a female My Little Pony fan.
Yeah.
That's
Pegasus
And they
retarded.
don't like being called that.
They
That's
like to be called
retarded.
bronies.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just use one gender-neutral thing?
That's
People
that's
are
what they're
idiots.
saying. They want to be used one gender neutral
Yeah.
thing.
Let's see. Mo Rider sent us a rap. Should I play it?
Yeah, we told him we wanted to hear his rap last time he said
Oh, right.
it.
Do it.
Okay, download as an MP3.
You've
We're
got
gonna
a
totally-
virus!
We're gonna totally embarrass this kid.
No, we're not. Unless we do, in which case we did.
Okay. Who's gonna hear it? A bunch of bronies. That's about it.
Unless it's about sucking, I don't even know. I got nothing. After Haven reading
Yeah, if you made a
that
rap about
rarity pregnant shit, I don't
What,
even know.
preggity?
Yeah, I don't even know what could be worse.
the hell am I?
Actually, I found another rarity club thing
Oh,
that's
God.
supposed to be really good. It's called, like, fine wine.
Nope, it is good.
It is good?
Oh, I'm not a big fan of this style. That's just a personal preference.
I'll listen to him more.
It's like a techno type.
It's really
It's like the rap and
pretentious.
dubstep. I
Yeah.
don't know if that works out.
It's a really weird style, but
It's like listening to
there's-
ska. Some
there's-
chicks are hot enough for it, but most aren't.
yeah.
What? What are you talking about?
Music.
Would you like to be a part of this conversation?
I'm listening. I'm also.
Chung-Kuk doing?
He's looking up
Oh.
Tang Sung Do, whatever.
It's like a
Thanks,
Chuck Norris
Sudo.
tag.
Yeah.
Don't lie.
Okay, we got
Shang
another,
Tsung Do?
we got another email from him. Hello, my fellow Homo sapiens. Has some links. I'm fairly certain it was written
Oh
for the lulz, but still very entertaining. It's 2 articles from Christwire about how
Okay.
bronies are, how My Little Pony wants to turn men into women, and how
no!
what was a brony and why do they make God cry?
See, I was actually
But
trying.
I made
it's-
God cry? Yes!
It's Christwire, so it's
I was
satirical.
actually trying to talk to somebody about the
Yeah,
fact
no, I
that,
got it. I got it.
Oh.
Wait, what's
The
that?
whole. I was actually trying to talk to people that the whole homosexual thing seems to be an actual what's it called? Is it anthropology that looks at societies as a
I
unit?
think so.
That's sociology.
That's sociology.
Okay.
Okay.
Anthropology isn't that like the study of humanity, like our human.
No, that's
Well,
weird.
how do you separate humans from
Anthropologists
society?
always study like Stone Age tribes and cavemen. Sociologists study like cultures and.
Okay.
And
So this
here's
is
the
one of them
reducing-
social science things where I'm not sure exactly why people are so afraid of it. Is it because it's become the normal slur to attack people with?
What, faggot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think faggots sort of just changed its meaning.
Yeah, it's a cigarette.
Yeah, there's an entire
Well,
South Park episode
But
about that.
so did
Harley Riders. No, but I mean...
Anthropology is historic sociology. That's what
Okay, thank
Dame
you.
Blended it say.
Good
Well-
enough. That's
well,
a good
gay used to
delineation.
mean happy.
Happy, yeah.
Yeah.
And-
Actually,
and queer
in
was
usage...
Ejaculate used to mean you expressed yourself.
In usage, gay never really meant happy.
Yeah.
People would say it did, but it didn't.
And like queer meant odd or strange.
Yeah.
Okay,
But-
9991, aka Peter, said he converted a friend with the cupcakes.
Oh yeah.
Grim Dark.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I got people into anime, though. I'd show them Perfect Blue and be like, "That's what
No,
the medium can
that's-
do."
First thing my brother showed me.
Yeah.
First anime my brother ever showed me. Perfect Blue.
And then it's like, I see your point.
I want to watch it again. Give me a bottle of aspirin.
Oh, by the way, Dan, we gotta get your email on the
on the
I
show
just see
on the
Paranoia
site
Agent.
show or the show site,
Oh.
whatever it's called, because so that way people can email you and yell at you.
Are people sending you hate mail because of shit I say?
No, but Mo Rider, he wants to yell at you.
What I do?
I don't know, a lot.
Maybe he wants to send you something personal.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I don't know what sociological impact it has that people are like that. Oh, and society didn't help at all. Be like John Wayne, but don't be like John Wayne.
That's a pretty awesome color scheme for a comic.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
That
You
is
can
a
be
very good
manly,
color scheme.
but you can't be manly.
I understand.
Otherwise, then you're...
It's Mo
I
Rider.
do actually understand what you mean.
Oh, good. Because trying to get into that...
No, my own personal experience was all those years I got bullied, and I
Yeah.
went to the teachers for help, and I went to
Yeah.
my parents for help, and I went to my clergy for help, and nobody fucking helped me.
Be
And
self-sufficient.
I kept getting
but
told
be
to
nice
stand up for
enough.
myself. And then when I started fighting back, then I got told I couldn't be violent.
Yeah.
And I couldn't, and I was like, so it was okay that they were beating me up all those years, but now that I'm beating them up back,
Yeah.
now I'm the bad guy and I'm wrong. I can't even tell you how, that was yet another one of the things that led to me having very anarchist politics, is I realized that any type of authoritative power structure usually becomes very corrupt, or usually becomes a bureaucracy where everybody's lazy and they just do the least amount that they need to get by, and they
Dan.
don't fucking buy. I'm sorry.
No. I was like, what's your email? What's your email address?
No. You were actually going on a very
Reasonable.
followable
And I just
very
felt like
reasonable
breaking
run.
it. So,
No, it was really
He
funny.
was
You're
bored.
like, ah.
He was bored. He was like,
well, no. What's your email address? Because people want to email you like right now.
HERR
Oh, yeah.
HERR.
dot Snowberger SNOWBERGER
Air Snowburger at Lycos.
LYCOS.com.
God. Yeah, that's funny. Gmail. Lycos.
Hey, Lycos hasn't been hacked in forever.
Combo
Gmail got
breaker.
hacked not too long ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you have mine on there? Did you just take it from the Tumblr?
No, I took it. I stopped following you on Tumblr.
Oh, get on.
High five.
I don't post anything. I
High
can't
five. Yeah, because you don't post anything.
Your email can't be put on there. And
Okay, it's on the
Minor.
Contact Us page now.
it's
Yeah.
because you're underground too often.
I'm underground.
Yeah, you're a minor.
Hey, the person that's asked me about Tang Sudo, I want them to tell me what town and state they live in.
Yeah.
So they can
9991
fuck
okay,
you
Peter,
all.
what town and state do you live in?
Because I'm going to find you a better martial arts school with a better style. And I'm not joking. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm going to look up on Yellow Pages and various resources online and find you someplace better. Because this art is garbage. And that's not me being a dick. That's me being very technical about it.
Lovely. Porn. What are we talking about now?
We were talking
Porn.
about the
They're
fact
heavily
that
based on
men
Shotokan
aren't
kata.
allowed to be
So
masculine.
you being a Taekwondo guy, it's going to look very similar.
But then
We're
you're
not-
supposed to be masculine.
Also, it's Korean style, so they're gay for kicks.
See, you're supposed to allow women to do whatever you do, but doing anything a woman would have done.
Oh, you mean like the whole thing where women are empowered by feminism now, so they can sleep around and not get married and stuff.
And
It's
men-
like, oh,
yeah.
you have every right to be just as wrong as men who are being scumbags. And
But
doing
then
that type
men
of shit.
can't be caring, passionate, anything because then you're a fag.
Yep.
You know what? A dude I knew who was kind of a jerk off and an asshole, but he was my buddy's cousin, and he had a degree from college in philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
He said one of the wisest things I've ever heard, and this was back in the 90s, and he said the 90s fucked us all up.
Yeah.
He goes, women found out they liked sex, and men found out they had feelings, and it fucked everybody up.
Because men aren't allowed to express feelings, but women expressing their vaginas is fine.
Well, you remember my rant the whole day, the other day about
Yeah.
how, you know what I mean? Like,
I just think that-
well, you got to act manly and you
Yeah.
got to fight people and you got to be an alpha, and that's what women want. And then I became an alpha, and all of a sudden I was like, no, they want sensitive little skinny emo boys that look like girls.
But they don't.
No, they
they
don't.
want assholes.
And it's like, so no matter what I, try and conform to, I'm never going to be what. And I was just like, you know what? Fuck them. I'm just going to make money and pay for it.
Yeah. That's the most reasonable thing.
Black Bolts are movie not slow.
Well, they're doing
Here's
a
what women
demonstration.
want. Money.
Hey,
Yeah.
Dan, I think I fucked up your email. What's it supposed to be? Is that correct?
There's got to be a W after the O.
Oh, okay.
That's
All
my
right.
problem, is that I'm always not the thing that they want. Ever.
See,
Well,
my problem
there's
is
also-
that
You're too nice. I've been yelled at for being white. It was fun.
What?
Being white?
You're
Yeah.
white! Fuck you!
Tried to date a black
Actually, yeah. Earlier this summer, I got yelled at in Seattle for being white.
chick. The racism pendulum has swung so far.
Okay, I
I'm
fixed-
like, hey.
I fixed Dan's email on the page, so it should go through. They were yelling at me because I didn't.
Jesus.
Oh shit! I was just about to say to him. Well, he'll be listening to the podcast later.
Shit.
Noah Ryder was in the chat room.
Oh.
Nice.
But Mo Ryder.
He probably
as far as the
heard me
drawing
say
our OC ponies, guess at what we look like.
I would,
Interpret yourself.
There are,
Like I was-
if you look on the various sites, there are pictures of us.
yeah, but see, I would like to see the personal interpretation of our
Voices.
personalities
Okay, for
as
the-
ponies.
and
That was an original idea of mine. I said is everybody should draw fan art of what they think we look like
Yeah.
based on our
Okay,
voices and
and really
personalities.
quick because we get mistaken a lot. I'm Def Mac.
I am Bad Credit or Dan or that angry guy or Bandana Brony or AKA
Balding Brony.
the Bald Brony.
Okay, yes, I am Def Mac is not him. Because they keep thinking I'm the
Death
yelling.
Neck is not the Golden
We
Cuss
both, have,
Factory.
we both have deep voices.
Yeah.
Bitch. And we're both tall, so our voice comes from a high place in the room.
And we're both loud.
Yeah.
I got
Okay,
And we're both white and hairy.
Got another email from Jacobs titled Electric Brony and Siri. Dear Electric Brony, some potentially, assumedly esteemed guests. I'm a new fan of your podcast and love it so far, despite the marathon lengths and wayward topics. I am writing because I found out that not only can iPhone's new Siri program recognize the spoken word command of play the Electric Brony podcast,
Ah,
but
that's
she
cool.
can also sound. She also sounds hilarious because she'll respond with. When she responds with, "Okay, let's listen to Apple Bloom will grow out to be the Saturday Night Special at the plot hole." That's how
That's
you get.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I want to hear Siri. Goddamn, we need to steal Jesse's phone because that one has Siri on it.
We can try it next week.
Yeah.
So what do we need to ask
You have an
Siri?
iPhone 4, you don't have Siri. He has a 4S.
It'll apparently tell them the
Title.
podcast title, which
Yeah.
is always a joke.
Yeah, because the one he listened to was Apple Bloom will grow up to be the Saturday Night Special at the plot hole in
Okay.
the female computer.
Oh, right,
voice.
right. It has a thing where it reads stuff out loud and...
Yeah, that's what
Yep.
Siri is.
That's
yeah.
pretty
For the
cool.
people that don't know how
Thanks
to
for
read,
writing in.
Yeah.
I've been trying to figure out a way to streamline the entire podcast process. I think everybody really has been, because we
Yeah.
do meander quite a bit.
Yeah.
But it's fun for us. Hopefully it's
Well, let's have a
interesting for
script.
you. Well, I don't think script.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go with that.
Your anarcho tendencies won't allow it.
We tried it.
Yeah,
Did you?
it lasts
No,
10
we
minutes.
did.
It lasts
I-
10 minutes.
Apathy pony. What do I say? Ah, yeah, that's pretty much it.
No, Pensacola, I wasn't near Patrick Air Force Base. I was at Robert Field, Florida. Patrick Air Force Base is near Daytona Beach. So
Oh, is
Well,
that somebody
you're doing
on
your
the...
research.
no,
chat
this was an
tonight?
email.
Oh, okay.
A guy was asking what base I was stationed
Okay.
at.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Let's see. No. We missed you on Twitter.
Aw.
Okay, William Fluff. We got an email from William Fluff.
That's a pretty sweet name.
Yeah. Firstly, I desiderate to say that I fancy your show. Reason is that I like to oscillate the perspectives and topics all you spout out not only in the hue equine, but issues of today that so interest me. Unlike the quotidian middle American comic folks perceive me.
Hey, didn't this guy send us something else before?
As with
Yeah.
many others, no, this is a different guy.
Oh,
as
it was
with many,
somebody else being...
as with many other sublime podcasts, 'tis the articulation and the discussion that's not only elate but astute as well.
He said his thesaurus to stunning.
But just only evincing an erudite affinity of verbose, stifled verbiage that titillates.
Wait.
of its
Did he
verbatim.
just say erudite verbiage?
Yes.
I gotta
No,
get...
it's erudite affinity of verbose, stifled verbiage.
You're
That
stuttering.
titillates of its
Say this
verbatim.
email twice fast.
It seems to fall also ran.
No,
It seems to fall also ran and copious
say
to the
this
threshold of reader's rejoinder, which is paramount incentive I indites. So in lieu of Prado, I inquire, what facet
of television production could reach. Wait.
Dude, you should forward me this email. I just want to look up words.
What facet the television production could reach that would haul you
Look
to...
up my recent post on Facebook from today. I did something very similar.
Can I finish this email?
Yeah, Rob.
Oh, Jesus.
I thought you were
That would
finished.
haul you to a precipice in which you'd either stop watching this entirely or pursue attending with more devoted comportment. Much thanks. I shall describe and click on. Whatever.
The
Okay,
Make
so let's look at
it
our
like the
pipes.
previous generation.
Are you
That's
talking
stop
about
it.
the sexual assault?
Okay, so let's get our pipes, top hats, and monocles and discuss this in depth.
No.
I think he's asking what would have to happen to make us stop watching the show.
Oh,
Actually, I'm pretty sure that the show is going to lose steam somewhere in the 3rd season.
Maybe.
Because it has been such a memeplex. I really think it's going to just collapse under its own weight. Either that or
What do you mean by under
1980.
its own weight?
there's so much.
It'll
Under
be
show fat.
so big, it'll have a backlash.
I
Because
have-
I was thinking of backlashing against it for a long time in the first
Oh, you mean
season. Just
the
because
typical-
Jesse was just wanking himself to it.
Because the
No, I think
not
everybody's
literally.
starting to calm
No,
down.
not literally.
I think everybody's starting to calm down.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
You're talking about it's going to be like every comedian, like Will Ferrell, Dane Cook, that like, you know, a couple of years in, everybody on the internet hates
Yeah.
them. Where at first they loved them. It's going to be the typical hipster thing. That thing we love, now that it's mainstream, now we hate it.
Well, I think what's going to happen, because I'm like really getting into the fan on the universe,
Yeah.
just because of whatever. I think that's going to happen too. That's where people are like, even if the show just completely dies, the fandom just keeps going.
Well, I personally am put off by a large fan infrastructure.
Hmm.
That's why you don't read it.
That is exactly why I don't read it.
Yeah.
I allow people that want to do it. I just don't partake. And it's fine with everybody that way.
It works out.
Oh, God. I could do a whole episode on how bad this martial art is. and, how,
Maybe you should stop watching it.
and how fraudulent its founders' claims are.
Uh,
Okay, this compared to ninjutsu.
They're both horrible.
The truths and
Ninjutsu will probably actually
Wait,
teach you slightly more useful things, but you'll have to deal with even more retarded cult-like behavior.
okay.
But you might learn
Patrick
1 in
Air
10
Force
moves
Base
are
is
worth
close
a
to
damn.
Melbourne, Florida. Okay, my bad. I don't know
Like,
anything about the peninsula. I lived up in the Panhandle.
He didn't live in the penis.
I didn't live in-
He was in the
ball.
I was in the ball sack. Let's see.
I don't remember that one.
Where the fuck does
From what's from
where the fuck does
number from
991 to
Something
live?
that ninja game.
What did he show you?
He didn't show it. He only is me or
Vera, Florida.
Alright, I'll look it up.
Sorry for everybody
Only mine?
listening.
That's what
Yeah, this is a
We're-
horrible.
This is when people are trying to figure out what emails to do next. If you lined them up,
Oh, yeah.
beforehand,
Hey,
that would be easy.
how about you shut up because we're on the podcast?
If we kick
Anyway.
Justin out, that would be easy. There's a lot of things that are going to probably happen.
Yeah. Well, one thing we gotta do is because we're moving to that new store,
Yeah,
and because there's no like rooms,
yeah,
we're gonna have to do. I think we're probably gonna have to start doing the podcast around 10 o'clock
yeah.
in the evening, just because what we talk about is likely gonna piss off customers.
Yeah.
So,
Like,
best-
holy.
yeah.
No.
Or before opening.
The question I got, also from Grabnar, which was kind of funny, because the cops had just, knocked on the door twice after the couch incident.
Wait, what's the couch incident?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
So-
everybody's listening on the internet.
Last night at, 2 a.m., I think it was? Somewhere around 1 to 2 a.m., we were moving a bunch of shit from this store to the new location.
Yeah.
And we were all over there, and we all have our tiny cars, and then somebody's like, we should go get the couch. So, we're in the store, and what's his thing? Midnight Dreams and Grabnar pick up the couch, start walking to the new location. It's only like 3 blocks away. And Grabnar goes Barbarian Rage, hoists it up, and just starts walking real quick with it. So when they're turning into the alleyway to get to the loading bay of the news store, a cop is pulling in behind them, and I get out to go help them, just as the cop flares the lights up. So they get out, and I forget exactly what he said, but he said something like, "I've never seen a guy just carrying a couch."
That cop must not have seen a whole lot, because carrying a couch down the street doesn't seem...
Well, he had it hoisted over his head.
It's Sioux Falls.
He was
it's
literally...
Sioux Falls doesn't get too crazy.
No, he was literally just walking with it.
Okay, where was it? Vera, Florida?
Hang on, let me get the spelling. V-E-I-R-A.
V-E-R...
V-E-I-R-A.
Oh, Vira. Okay, because I got something completely wrong here.
V-R...
But yeah, it was just kind of funny.
Yeah.
The cop is one of the cops that patrols around a lot, and sometimes he'll just hang out over in the parking lot. So he was kind of familiar with the store.
Vieira, Florida. Right.
It was just kind of neat. He was very polite. All he did was whip out a notebook and take notes, just in case.
Just in case what?
Well, he just needed some information just in case it ended up being stolen, so that he can file a report that there was a dude carrying a couch down the street. Because I guess that's what you have to do.
Okay, so then what happened after the couch incident?
Oh, we were talking about
Actually, keep going
all
because
the
I really
places
got
in
to
the
take
store.
a shit.
And, oh, well, my thing ends pretty quick. I can go onto a website and just start doing stuff, though. But anyway, he asked me...
And when he's done, Dan, you tell a story.
Oh, good.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Yes, tell him that story.
You should, if you didn't want to tell it, you shouldn't have brought it up.
Yes.
You guys are going to get pissed at me. Everybody hears this gets really sick to their stomach and pissed off.
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to go
We don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, he's running out of the
But
room. Like, I don't
anyway-
care. I'm not going to be here.
Anyway, all he asked is, I don't know when you guys are going to be able to do the podcast because you guys swear a lot. And then he asked me...
Who said this?
Grebner.
Okay.
And he asked, when have you ever said nigger around a paying customer? And I was like, never. But that's just because I never feel the need to.
That's it.
Yep. I was amused. Because everybody's...
The listeners should know that
Because he said the N-word.
when the
and then
N-bomb
Jesse
has been
said
dropped
nigger, and I
around
said
here, in
nigger.
fact, we N-bombed on one of our shows a lot.
And
it
that
was-
first episode.
Was that the first one?
Yes.
I didn't think that was the first
God.
Yes, it was.
I wasn't here for the first
So
one.
much
Yeah.
N-
I read out of
Really?
Ice-T's autobiography.
Okay.
And we dropped the N-bomb not as hateful racist, but
No.
as like
A joke.
white guys that want to be black.
Yeah.
Well, I just use it because it's a word that's used.
The what?
It's a word, and I can use it. Unless you're a word police. A racist word police.
Well, no, but there are words that if you use them in certain places in front of certain people, you will get your ass kicked.
Like
Yeah.
Zipperhead.
But there are places, if I just went there, I'd get my ass kicked anyway.
Yeah.
So you might as well drop the N-bomb? Is that what you're saying?
Might as well get a little fly out of the word, right? Go fishing for some ass whoopings.
Marty McFly.
Marty McFly.
No, let me tell you something. If you've ever been to a primarily ethnic neighborhood, you might get your ass
Ethnic?
kicked. You might
Primarily
just get
ethnic?
fucked with. If you
Really?
drop the N-bomb, you for sure will be having a hard time getting out of there alive.
But I wouldn't use it because I have no rapport with the people that would be there if I just stumbled upon an ethnic neighborhood. Ethnic seems a little PC for you.
Yeah.
Why not just say the real words?
The ghetto.
Well, I'm just thinking of the time we were up in Minneapolis and we took a wrong turn, and instead of ending up at the Mall of America, we ended up in a neighborhood where I was literally like liquor store, gun store, liquor store, gun store. I was
That
like,
sounds like a good Republican.
I was like, yeah, until you're like, oh no, that's a Popeye's chicken. Oh,
Awesome.
God. I haven't seen a white person in 15 minutes.
Oh.
Oh, crap. They're all looking at us like we're outsiders. Oh, we're lost. We need to get the fuck out of here now.
That doesn't seem too bad.
If you don't see a white person in 15 minutes, that means they've all been chased off
What a racist
Guns, liquor,
sentiment
guns,
that
liquor,
is.
guns, liquor.
Yeah, we stopped at a gas station that had a chicken and waffle joint in it.
Cool.
Also,
The liquor store.
and a guy came in and fucked with us, and oh man.
Oh, so
Haven't I told this story?
No, but you also need to tell the blowjob story.
Well, what? There's
Hand
a
job,
blowjob
hand job
story? If you have a blowjob story,
Technically,
I'd
it
listen
wasn't
to
a
that.
hand job; it was a masturbation.
Yeah, hand job story.
It's like
I believe that the thing
Oh,
is
yeah.
hand jobs, not masturbatory material.
Oh, okay. So let me think for a second. Then it doesn't count.
Yeah.
What the Sam hell?
No, this is an OC pony called Patches.
It's a Franken
yeah.
pony. It's a
I
Franken pony. Dude.
No, like this the very top one. That I gotta catch up on the rest of it.
Okay, I didn't mean to interrupt your story. Keep going.
No.
He wasn't
See, it's a
telling anyone.
masturbation story, not a hand job story.
Yeah.
So I say it's DQ'd.
Yeah, DQ totally.
No, I think because I have yet to tell a hand job story, but
Well,
I've told
then
stories.
you tell a hand job story.
I want to tell
You
a hand-
said you had a hand
You
job
brought
story.
it up. And wanted
No,
the
we
hand
just
job
called
story.
them hand job stories.
Get your foot down.
No, we just called them hand
Rocking the
jobs.
penis.
We just called them hand job stories because
robot dick?
it started off with a hand job story.
I say we should keep it going see as far as it goes.
I don't think Allah has got very many hand jobs.
Okay, anybody got an autofellatio story?
I don't know
You
what
say
you mean by
to the
that.
fat men.
Dude.
You ever do yoga?
Oh my god, that works against hipsters and vampires.
That is pretty kick-ass. Cyborg rare.
No, yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. So, yesterday we were watching a free-running movie, and all of a sudden, breasts all over the place.
Titties.
And then, for the next rest of the movie, nothing.
Oh, by the way, the movie Free Runner sucks.
Yeah, no, the special features were more entertaining.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I kind of. That was actually on HBO.
Really?
It
Yeah.
sucks. Basically, the behind-the-scenes features, they showed these guys doing parkour, and it was like they just sat a camera down, it was one continuous shot
Yeah.
of them just doing parkour, and it was cool. Guess what? In the movie, it was
It's all
like any
fast
typical
cut.
Hollywood fight scene where they edited everything. They did fast edits. So it's like they jump from one thing, you have no idea what he's jumping over, and then he lands on something else, and you have no idea whether he
Yeah.
just hopped like a foot or he jumped like 2 buildings. Like, the whole thing looked like shit. And they had real parkour guys in it. They had some parkour champ, and they had Sean Ferris,
one?
who was the... I don't fucking know.
And Tom Cruise's clone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tom
Sean
Cruise's
Ferris.
clone.
Sean Ferris is the kid that was in Never Back Down as the main character. That
I
was,
just
like,
thought
learning
that
MMA.
the filming style wasted a lot of really good potential
Yeah.
that they
Yeah,
had.
well, that's every fucking martial arts movie that fucking Hollywood shits out lately.
No, that's
They've just
every
crapped all
movie
over
that
martial arts.
Hollywood does, anyways.
Well, no, specifically, they don't know how to do martial arts movies or action anymore. It's all up close shots on the face, fast edits. It's all, the people call it like shaky cam. It's just garbage.
I think the best kung fu scene I saw last was The Matrix, and that was a while ago.
Yeah, I kind of like the.
And that was a neat training scene too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the training scene.
Yeah, where he was like, "You think that's air you're breathing?"
Yeah.
It was a good scene.
The training scene was pretty good. I thought the ending where they're going to rescue what's his face.
The black guy,
Yeah,
Cowboy
Morpheus.
Curtis.
Thank you, Morpheus. And they just go into the building and just blow the entire thing up. I'm like, God, this makes me want to play a first-person shooter right now.
They did good wire work in that movie.
They did.
Well, you know who did the fight choreography, right?
No.
Somebody intelligent.
Yeah.
Somebody
I'm not sure if I'm
intelligible?
pronouncing this right, but Yun Woo Ping.
Oh, I
Yun
heard
Woo
that name.
Ping.
Yeah, the guy who does all the.
Okay,
You
let's
see
go
the-
back to the dude down in Florida who's looking for a place. Or you were going to recommend the place.
I'm still looking. I would highly suggest you go find a kickboxing, an MMA, Jeet Kune Do, or some of a Filipino martial arts place.
I'm glad this is the second part.
Are the fans aware that you're having a commissioned pony for the podcast or no?
Oh yeah, Cloudmutt's doing the pony.
Okay.
A mascot pony for the podcast.
See, that informs the funny Facebook conversation that we had.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
I said I really like it because it looks like she
I'll
could
show
be
it to the live
I'm
stream
out of the
people.
Facebook, I
No,
guess.
it looks like she could be a Reveltech figure because the joints look like Reveltech joints, which I thought was pretty bitchin'. And he's like, "Where's the jetpack? Where's the guns?" And I'm like, "Not a Gundam."
Yeah, live stream.
And then he
Live stream concede right now because I'm not gonna post this up on the website because I still got to
Yeah.
talk to
Oh, that is
Cloudmutt
pretty cool.
to get it finished. But this is basically her design.
And then Dan says, "You're a Gundam."
Yeah,
Nice.
because she doesn't
That's
have
it.
like laser cannons.
Yeah,
and
I just
shit.
thought it was funny.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Well,
Is that
We
gonna
should
be
get hats at some point.
a visor
Just have to
type
run
deal?
it.
You don't get hats. You
Thank
have
This
hair.
type deal, like
No, my-
Star
so-
Trek?
No, so far my only suggestion was make her a cyborg and kind of Daft Punky.
I like the
Oh,
way
nice.
he's going. I like the
I
old,
do like it. It looks.
I
Really
like the old
cool.
antennae. I like this line. I think it's a visor. If
It's
it's,
a
not
visor.
a
Yeah, that's what I
visor,
was thinking too.
Yeah.
if it was just a reference, I'm like, I hope it's a visor. But
But I
that's
also
about
like
it.
the crosshair.
I
eyes.
kind of hope the Reveltech joints stick into it, just cause.
But yeah, I'm
think it's
gonna
good.
get on the onto Cloudmutt's live stream sometime. Probably not tonight, but maybe tomorrow.
Okay.
And work out some details. Biggest thing is I'm wondering because I don't think she should keep that kitty mark. I'm wondering what her kitty mark should be.
Big robot dick.
Yeah, no, I was like that.
Send him a picture of that.
Oh, the actual microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Big robot
I'll send them a
dick.
picture. I'll send them some stock footage of the Blue Yeti, and we can make that.
Blue Yeti.
No, there's pictures online of it.
the Blue Yeti.
That's what it's
Microphone.
called.
That's what the microphone's called.
Yeah,
the
it's
Yeti.
called
They
the
don't
Blue
actually call it the robot dick.
Dude,
Introducing the giant robot penis.
Why is it called a Blue Yeti?
because that's the
Because
name
it's
of
the
the
brand
company.
name. Blue is the company, and Yeti is the model.
Huh.
Blue Yeti. Brilliant, right?
How how anatomically correct is she?
She's
Oh,
as
no.
anatomically correct as you need her to be.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Cloudnut could put a vagina on her or a dick.
Dude. If
She's a cyborg.
If she's
She-
robotic, you can attach whatever parts you want.
She could walk around on dicks.
Dude! Okay, are you familiar with questionable content?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pint size. The one time he had dicks for arms.
Wait, okay, what
Oh,
comic
are those
number is
thumbs?
that? Because
What?
he's up to like
Thumbs.
several thousand comics. What comic number is
Those
it?
Dude.
are thumbs, weren't they?
No, oh, it was a piece of fan art that he's like,
Oh.
I have dicks, and he had dicks for arms and for feet.
Rock band Mike. Okay, no, I got a story because I actually had talked to Ben. He's the audio engineer for the Bronyville podcast. I talked to him on set because he's actually been trying to get hold of me for the past couple weeks because, I don't know, apparently we're really fucking popular. So,
Really?
With a whole 800 downloads.
We do get banned from places.
Well, we
Well,
should have been on there in the
technically,
Yeah, I know.
from what I understand, there's only 4 active Milo Pony podcasts left.
Really?
Yep.
And
Did
we're
we-
like number 2.
We survived the bubble?
Yeah.
Brony show's number 1, isn't it?
The Bronyville Brony Show's number 1.
Oh, well, they have that in their name twice. I think they're pandering.
Yeah.
They're
But see, the
cheating.
thing is like, there's Bronyville Brony Show, there's us, and then there's 2 others, Equestrian Tides and Everfree Radio.
Oh, that's kind of a cool name.
Yeah, but those last 2 are pretty much exactly the same as the Bronyville Show.
I've actually
We're the
listened.
only one who's actually, like, unique.
Weird.
Yeah.
I've actually listened to the Everfree Radio one.
Yeah, they're alright.
I didn't like it.
Well, see, my problem with them
Well,
is
that's
that,
I'd
like,
rather
pod-
listen to the Brony show.
I like the fact that podcasts have, with their different personalities,
yeah.
you know.
But
Yeah,
see, the thing I
very
didn't like
interesting.
about
I
Everfree
would,
Radio
I
was
would
that
rather listen to the Brony show.
Yeah.
in one episode they were talking about how much they like hated fanfics,
Okay.
and then they started reviewing fanfics.
What
No.
the fuck?
Oh, are we going to
That's
the
like
episode
me-
at some point?
No. Wait, yes, after the break.
What?
Oh.
Which will be
The
about
beginning.
an hour ago for you listening at home.
Yeah, we're on the second half right now, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I forgot
Yeah.
about it.
yeah, we're recording these out of order.
Yeah, it's like a movie shoot, except that's just because that's the easiest way to do
Yeah.
it.
But no,
I
actually, I
don't
was
think
talking
you
with
know,
Ben.
let's-
He's the audio engineer for the
Oh, yeah.
Bronyville, and he was telling me how frustrating it is to like actually edit that show
Yeah.
because Chef Sandy, no, not Chef Sandy, no, actually, I think it is Chef Sandy.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
know the people by
Yeah. But one of them uses a Rock Band mic, and apparently
Really?
it's really fucking horrible.
Oh god.
So
It's gotta be Chef, because this mic always sounds weird.
yeah.
Huh. So it's a multi-mic thing?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're at different locations.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they're all at different
Oh, is
locations.
it like-
I
okay.
think they actually go off of like a Ventrilo type deal or something.
Okay.
It's either Ventrilo or Mumble or maybe just Skype.
Maybe time.
No, actually, talking to Ben, the actually is Skype and they use recorders.
Oh,
Skype
okay.
recorders.
That's still kind of neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, Ben was talking about how frustrating it is sometimes. And
But yeah,
he's
isn't
trying to,
it-
because of the amount of work he puts into it, he actually wants to get some time on the show. And
Or at least some
Yeah,
credit.
no, but the biggest thing is
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
actually been
yeah.
talking with him and a couple, like another podcast that I think is probably going to die here real soon.
Oh, you know what'd be
because-
cool?
What?
If he did a podcast about doing the editing for the podcast. Because I always like behind-the-scenes commentaries.
Well, actually, Chef Sandy. Okay, it's actually episode 17 of the Bronyville show. They actually had him on, and he explained how he did.
Okay, that's
he
pretty
did
cool
it.
then. I might have to look that up then.
Yeah. Guys, check your email. Whose email?
Well, which one?
Yeah.
I'm already checking
I'm
my
already getting
email.
stuff. The one dude told me he doesn't take martial arts anymore.
Oh, that's too bad.
I still have one email.
He's always on his email. He's like, do I have any friends emailing me today?
I think in the future I'm going to have to close down the live stream chat box because I keep getting distracted by it.
What? No.
No.
Oh, yeah.
You get
Alright,
distracted by pony
he
porn
said I have
anyway.
to check my email.
See, this...
Which tab is that?
If we totally didn't have the internet here, the podcast would be extremely concise, to the point, and about ponies.
And be
Yes.
very boring.
Yeah, if we didn't have the internet, we'd be exactly like the other three.
Which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
No,
I still think we'd be different because there is quite
A lot of cursing?
bunch. Well, no, it's just that the personalities in this podcast are very divergent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh.
we don't exactly have a crazy friends group dynamic where we're fucking each other, but
What?
friends.
hope not.
Well, we need some more women and or gays or bis. For
Yeah.
that.
Who was gay in Friends?
Chandler.
Who was?
I
Joey?
it was just a cover.
Dude, the fact that
They had
Joey
as
got
many
a
homosexuals
spin-off.
on that show. They had as many homosexuals as they had people of color.
You know what I never understood? How those people could afford such huge apartments
Yeah.
in New York.
It's Hollywood. It's bullshit.
No, I know, but you show that to somebody that lives in New York, it'll be
That's
fantasy. It'll be a fantasy TV show.
Didn't the one guy have a car too?
Yeah.
A parking spot in New York
Yeah.
that costs as much as an apartment.
So that show is just high fantasy.
Yo. Though they did get some reality. you know.
Magic.
Some people,
Oh,
your neighbors across the street are probably the ugly naked guy. They always introduce every now
Didn't he
and then.
eventually get like a girlfriend?
Yep.
I think so.
Those ugly naked girlfriend.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that like the Valentine's Day episode
Yeah,
or something?
it was.
Oh,
And like
yeah.
they're all like, "Aww," and like none of them had anybody, but the ugly guy across the street, like he found somebody. Like
Well, that's good.
the ugly hairy people got together.
That's pretty funny.
Hey, Dan, you need to look at this.
Yeah, I've been shown that.
Yeah.
Firefox
You're
is
basically
an
shooting
M4.
yourself in the face. With
I don't use that anymore.
You don't? Okay.
But because all my favorite porn links are on this, I have to go back to that to masturbate. So I use this for surfing.
So you use Firefox for surfing, and you go back to Internet Explorer for masturbation.
There's a
Yeah.
You know you can import your bookmarks into Firefox.
I don't know how that works.
Dude, I remember one time he said, I don't want to use Firefox, it doesn't do porn right. And I was like, oh god.
Yeah,
So
that's...
Firefox is an M4?
No,
No, Firefox is
Are
where my
mine-
new porn
He
links
said
are.
it doesn't save things the places that I'm used to it saving in. And I'm like, you can set that.
Hey, Gayburn from the Gayburn Tumblers in the Low Miss Rarity chat.
Yeah?
Skype chat room.
Well, you should ask them what they think about Reasonable Pony Mom.
I was actually just thinking about getting into a gay sex chat with them on the
Okay.
podcast.
Ooh, play Reasonable Pony Mom?
Uh,
That was okay, but you
I'm
tried
just
a little
joking.
too hard.
I'm just joking.
Well, no, I mean, I'm not judging, but are you planning on like trolling some poor homo that's just horny? Like,
Wait.
No, but
No,
basically
Wait.
this...
If he's role playing a chick, why would it draw a homo?
he said gay, a gay
did say
sex
gay.
chat.
Yeah, but Twilight's pretty gay,
Okay, here's the thing. The Low Miss Rarity Skype chat...
and that's about a
chat
hetero
room-
life couple.
No, the Low Miss Rarity Skype chat room is kind of like where people go in and just say whatever.
People go in, they don't come out.
Yeah. There's just a bunch of people fucking around.
Literally.
So, yeah.
Oh,
On
Yeah.
the keys.
Oh.
Oh,
Have you checked
what-
out the Holder of the End stuff yet?
here's the other
Not
thing.
yet. I'll check it
That
out later.
baby, horrifying. But now we know what pony babies look like.
That was freaky.
I... Wait.
What?
Our pony babies usually covered in a lot more goo.
Oh.
Don't know.
No, but that thing's proportions were freaky as hell.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
I don't know.
I gotta catch up on mine.
They look stupid, but they're not as bad as like the toys you see in Toys R Us.
Oh,
they're a lot
God.
cuter. They're a lot cuter.
I forgot. I can totally talk about my cousin who was in town with his parents for my sister's wedding. He didn't want to hang out in reception while everybody was drinking and dancing, so I took him and I had to watch the new episode because I hadn't seen it yet.
Who is this guy? Dude?
It's
It's a younger cousin of
Oh,
mine.
okay. How old is he?
14 or so,
Okay.
I think. He
Oh
goes
my God, that's
online
twist.
and plays Gary's Mod all the time and shit. Plays a lot of Steam stuff, so... he started understanding internet memes, which was kind of
That's a
fun.
hot twist.
But anyway,
Yeah, it's Twist
he
after they
asked
already got
how
done with
old
their-
the ponies were. He asked if the main 6 were in their teens. And I gave him reasons why they're all 20-somethings. Because they all have very reasonable jobs.
Yep.
And there's no way they're teenagers. No way.
Well, yeah, and you also gotta think Twilight kind of is college type deal.
She's
might
in a
be.
master's program, if
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
She could be the oldest pony if we didn't know that they were all the exact same age.
Well,
No,
they're not.
yeah, they're not.
They were all fillies, and then they all had...
Applejack is a year older than... No, Pinkie Pie's a year older than Applejack, or something
That's
like that. I don't
close enough for me to be the
Nope.
exact same age.
Denied.
Oh my god.
Denied!
I didn't
damn
say
it.
they were all the same second.
That's like me saying I'm 26 right now, even though I have a month or two to go.
Are you 26 right now?
No.
Are you feeling 26 right now?
I feel fucking 48 sometimes.
Well, there you
dude.
go. You're
Like
48.
physically or mentally?
Mentally. I work with a bunch of teenagers.
Yes.
Yeah, fucking thing.
I feel like mentally I'm like 17, but like physically I'm like 40, and it's like that's not a good thing.
No.
I, mean,
Oh,
no, yeah.
I need to
When
get
I'm in my
hanging around
30s.
with-
If you hit in
Fucking
the
18
middle,
years.
you'll find a chick that's probably right for you.
When I'm hanging around, like,
I'm dating
my friends and
lesbians.
stuff,
Oh, yeah.
Trying to one.
I'm trying to date lesbians.
It's really complicated.
That's his synthesis.
You know that thing on the Facebook where the relationship status you can say it's complicated? That's what mine should be right now.
Yeah?
So yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
You know what? I say saying it's complicated
I think it
Is
should say, let's
retarded.
not talk about it.
because you might as well just not tell other people about it.
What?
Huh?
Like I've seen people that I'm not friends with, but for some reason I'm friends with. And then, oh, it's complicated. And then I'll ask. And then it's like, straight line, done. And
If they
that's
say
it.
it's complicated, I'm like, oh fuck, I don't want to know. Like,
Yeah.
oh Jesus, the
No.
amount of bullshit.
No, I'm just
thrown.
saying that people that I know are retarded. And they think their lives are far more interesting than they really are.
Yep. A lot of people that go, it's complicated, it's easily explained.
It's like, I love that guy even though he fucked somebody else without telling me first. That's pretty straight up. There's nothing
I wouldn't even call
complicated
it-
about
It's complicated. 'Cause
No, but that's
to
what
me,
they
I
it's
call
simple.
saw people
To me,
say...
it's simple. Are you together? Are you not together? Or is there some weird bunch of like, oh, we're separated but still doing it. We broke up. We still occasionally do
They're
it.
friends plus plus.
We break up every week and then get back together. Like, you know, kind of nutty stuff.
But they'd say it's complicated when it's not. That's all I'm saying.
I would definitely call the situation I'm in complicated.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying that a lot of people use it incorrectly. That's all.
Well, a lot of people use a lot of things incorrectly.
A lot of people shouldn't.
Did you
use
see
it.
my post on Facebook about the
anal rape? That's
No,
the
no, no.
only post I saw.
No, it's not. It wasn't rape. So
It was
anyways,
sexual assault.
No,
Close
go
enough.
go back a ways, and I have a whole mega thread about
Dude.
the list of things that this ER room has like found in people's butts. It was a fascinating read.
Oh, no, yeah.
There's some guy that got something like the shape and size of a toaster up his ass, and I'm like,
How?
if there's a rectal insertion Olympics, the U.S. we're easily we can get the gold.
I don't know. how
Because I
much
can't
towards
imagine
that
how the
is.
hell he got
Someone
that up there.
actually got a light bulb
Yeah. Yup.
in their ass. And
Well,
the
no,
doctors
well-
could not pull it out without it shattering.
Actually, they have a technique for when people put jars up there for pulling them out without shattering. There's a couple different things you can do.
I bet you the guy in one man, one jar wish you knew that one.
Oh, yeah. Glass ass.
Yeah.
Don't look that up, folks, unless you want to be really gross.
No, I've seen Glass Ass.
No,
It
our
is-
fans.
it
You
is-
haven't seen
it
it.
is-
It's really nasty. It
No,
is all blood.
Glass Ass. Oh my God, That man is a fucking champion.
Did you
Like,
notice
when
he
they try to
didn't
take it out,
flinch?
shatter
A jar's up his butt. It breaks. He doesn't scream. He
Yes!
He
Yes,
digs
he
up there with
does.
his finger and you hear it going
Oh
clink,
my
clink, clink,
God.
clink.
Yeah,
and then
and
like a 2 liter of blood pours out. Not once does he even whimper
Yes.
or scream.
Yes.
He doesn't even flinch at all the minute the jar breaks.
That leads me to believe that
God.
man's butthole is as pure callus.
Yeah.
That thing has seen more black dicks than the average fucking blonde porno star.
No, I don't even think a fucking. I don't think that could happen with like. No, that takes like putting like gear shifters. And
Okay,
shit
so you're saying
in your
that
ass.
guy is more powerful mentally than the guy that got branded?
Yeah.
Oh, that martial arts clip I was watching
Yeah.
today where they branded a guy and
Yeah.
he didn't even flinch or
Yeah.
react. I don't know. I know which guy I'd rather be.
Which guy would you rather be?
The guy who got branded. Actually, I want to go train in that school in the Philippines at some point, and if they want to brand me, I'm totally cool with it. That's something compared to the other thing they do, which they don't show, where they hit you in the stomach with a dull sword over and over and over and over.
That'll make you just look cooler.
That just sounds dumb.
Yeah, because you can't cut through butter with a dull sword.
All that stuff is holy good lord. Holy, oh my
What are you
god.
looking at?
It's
Oh,
fan
no.
art for Little Miss Rarity.
I've seen that
Oh,
one.
that seems
Yeah.
reasonable then.
Yeah,
I've seen that
it's-
one.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That's totally reasonable.
I think that.
No, it's not.
I think that bad.
No, compared to the other shit on Little Miss Rarity, this
Yeah,
isn't
that
that
is
bad. That's
completely
just-
reasonable.
This is artistic and lovely.
At least, yeah, no, that is.
You should actually see
better.
the finished product. It actually looks really good.
Is it finished?
I thought it was.
No, it's not.
It's just
hasn't
really
updated.
funny that Dan's responses for what's on your screen are pretty good.
Oh yeah, for the listeners, check out Ipswichy Pony. It's I guess it's gonna be like a really kind of Lovecraftian storyline going on.
Well, if it's Ipswich.
Yeah, Ipswich. I mean, well, Ipswich is a real town, but there's a town in Lovecraft that's based on it.
Is it really a real town?
Oh,
Ipswich, yeah.
Just like Maine is a real state.
yeah.
Who else here has read a lot of H.P. Lovecraft?
I have.
Has anybody else here ever played the role-playing game?
Which one?
I haven't, but I read it just to get an idea of what
the old pen and paper one,
Dude,
right?
there's
yeah,
like,
the old pen and paper.
Which- there's like
yeah,
6.
The Chaosium one, the original.
yeah.
The original one.
I've
Yeah,
read
the
that.
Okay.
D10 based one.
I read that one
There's-
only
yeah.
to figure out what the gods look like.
Oh, okay. I used to play it when I lived
Okay.
down in Portland, and interesting enough, all of his stories happen in this part of like what is it up there by like Maine or New England or something.
It's called Lovecraft Country. It's northeastern Massachusetts.
Well, he uses a lot of real life towns and stuff in there. You know what's funny? The place where Newhart was supposed to have happened, that sitcom in the '80s, is right by there.
Yeah.
In fact, the one guy said he was once at a convention where a guy ran a Call of Cthulhu role-playing game, and they had to go to that town, and all the characters from Newhart were in the inn. And like,
Yeah.
were like NPCs they could meet, and oh, I'm
But
sorry.
no, look at
Everybody's looking at me like they're bored. I guess I got
No, we're fine with talking about Lovecraft, but I'm just like, no, you gotta check out Ipswichy Pony.
I'm not bored, man.
No, Josh, you should take a look at this. This is some really good artwork.
I found a place that teaches
Yeah.
Jeet Kune Do, MMA, and
Wait,
Kali,
is he making drinks?
but they don't
No,
have
she's
an
Corey,
active
she's-
cage
no.
fighting
Get your
team, which
face
means that
out of
MMA
here.
probably sucks.
She had Ipswichy Pony has buck teeth.
Oh,
Well,
good.
you
I
guys
was gonna
are,
say, like,
Here, I'll
Yeah.
just
night
say
at the
her
bar
name.
got beaten.
But that's a lot of
Hey,
scotch.
how's your,
That's a lot of fucking
It's
scotch.
not doing too bad.
How's that doing?
But
It's
That's
just
a good night, right
sore
there.
right
That's
there.
a good night.
but
Ooh.
it's really cool. Well, anyway, what were we talking about? Lovecraft.
Oh, I was gonna say that looked a little bit like King Cheetah's line work.
Yeah.
King Chief.
King Cheetah. Oh yeah, You been watching King Cheetah?
What? No, I'm familiar with his line work.
Yeah, King Cheetah, the furry artist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm aware of him.
But no, that's not King Cheetah.
Oh, I just said the line work was good.
Yeah.
No. King Cheetah does weird ass proportions all the time.
King Cheetah, the way he draws, is if like Hasbro was like, okay, we want to compete with Adult Swim, so we'll make
Yeah.
a My Little Pony show in the same time slot, and yeah, make them anthropomorphized with like huge tits. What?
Speaking of, good lord.
What?
Those aren't that big.
Oh wow, you must be a boob man.
No, I'm an ass man.
What are we looking at?
I'm the ass man.
Those are pretty large.
Yeah.
If the spherical...
Actually, I really like how Soccerloo's artist draws it, Switchy.
Oh, that is pretty cool.
To explain to the fans, I've got like 50 things open on this laptop. And
Yeah.
one of them is my Facebook. And on the side is a thing to try and get me to join some dating service to browse single women. And there's a chick with the biggest tits you've ever seen.
No, they are not.
The biggest...
They're not that.
The biggest... they're still attractive.
You're going off of like a 50-pixel thumbnail, dude.
Dude, I see the pixels.
You also can't see her below the breast, so for all we know that she's like...
She's all boob under
like
there.
No, for all we know, she's like a double diabetic amputee, you know what I mean? That
Her
has,
face
like,
didn't look it.
just has like...
People's faces balloon out.
Yeah.
Man, I got to go wicked.
And then
pissed.
everybody rubs their face.
I just heard because I'm still on the fucking same fucking blog, but I remember because it was all in black and white,
Yeah.
and he posted a color picture of it, Switchy,
Okay.
and it really freaked me the fuck out because she has the same color scheme as Rarity.
Oh, that's
And
kind of cool.
It actually scared the shit out of me because I was on my phone. It's
Okay. That's kind of funny. Though.
yeah, but anyway, what were we talking about?
I don't know.
We were on Lovecraft. What happened to Lovecraft?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't.
I made a connection between Lovecraft and Newhart, and
I don't think I did it.
I think it's time for a break for us to actually collect our minds.
Should we talk about?
I got to take a
ponies?
wicked hot piss.
Yeah. How about we just take a break, go smoke, whatever, and then we'll come back and talk
And by
about
smoking,
ponies.
means cigarettes, not...
Not smoking pole.
Who would make?
Whoa! I assume they meant that, like, oh, these guys, they're so creative because they smoke copious amounts of marijuana, but...
Well, we do talk about Coke.
Copious amounts.
Mexican
We do
Coke.
talk about coke and we
Or
do
out
talk
of
about
Mexico.
cock, so... Yeah, you talk about doing things.
Do it. Dang.
Okay.
At Studio 54, your dick is only okay if you can fit 6
Let me
lines
see if
on
I have to
there.
mix it. Okay, I'm gonna try to play music while we're gone. So that way...
We'll be back in 30 minutes. Give or
yeah.
take 10.
Nobody cares about what you say.
Actually, whoever created that
Yeah.
Techno Trance, I play that with like my gaming music now. It's in there. With,
Oh, Shawn A and H,
Yep,
yeah,
yep.
the Electric Brony song.
it gets played quite a bit because
That's
there's only
cool.
like 8 songs on my gaming track that I'll play constantly.
I
Yeah.
don't think I've heard that.
Hey, some of our fans should make something for me. Make something fucking metal.
He's
Fuck all-
tone deaf,
Fuck all
so
yeah. So I like
make
death
it
metal.
about as guttural as possible.
No, I actually appreciate metal with I appreciate epic metal, which is almost classical. Like I like and I really love like thrash metal, and a lot of death metal does this too, where they have like the machine gun drums, or it's just love that shit.
Love that shit.
You love shit?
God, what a dick writer. Dude, if you were a contract, you'd be every single clause.
Oh, funny.
But not Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
I'm just making up music to play while we're on break.
Oh my god, my fucking bladder is like one of those giant super soakers. It's like air pressurized.
No, I'm
Like
just gonna...
monks.
Don't
Super
break,
soakers.
don't break the toilet.
Quick,
I
I'm
actually-
gonna go take a whiz and try to eat up as much space as possible. Then he'll have to like arc it over and then into the bowl.
Anyway, let's do an outro really
Or
quick.
just-
let's do an
or
outro.
on the floor, whatever.
Check out the contact us page on on electricbrony.com for all our emails.
I'll eventually get one.
Yeah, check out the Electric Brony Steam group, all that shit. And yeah, later.
Peace.
The most powerful and feared man Show.